What is up, guys? Welcome back here to the channel. The stream, I should say, to the stream. How we doing today? Ooh. All these beeping going on. I have no clue what's going on. All right. Well, what is good, guys? Today, we finally got Nekroz here. I figured we'd do a few test hands just because I'm trying to get better with the deck, and that's sometimes how you learn it. And then after that, we'll hop into the Omega ladder. And my deck list on Omega is a little bit different than the deck list I have here, because I was able to change it up on Omega, so like we'll be able to play it on Omega a little bit better. But yeah, I figure we do a few little test hands here. Then we'll hit the grind for an hour or two on Omega, since now we can officially play best of threes, you know. And I wanted to like change my side deck up in Omega. I think I finally had like a crazy thought last night. See what we got. We'll just run through some shuffling here and then see what we can do. Quick cut. Let's see here. 5 cards. Bua, Nekroz, Mirror, Valk, and Trish. So this, go figure. The first hand on stream would be like this, right? Makes sense. Makes sense. This hand is unplayable, and there's not much more we can do. Go figure. Can't even stop the battle phase from happening to us. That's how crazy it is. Go figure. That's how she goes. Let's see. That's one dead hand. One dead hand. That's not too good. Want to run through these test hands here before I hopped onto the ladder too to get my brain kind of firing. All right. Let's see here. Dance Princess, Kaleidoscope, Metaltron. And our next card is going to be another Fua. So another kind of bad hand in a way. So I guess like this card right here should be like Salesman or Ultimate Slayer. So like I guess arguably if this is supposed to be Ultimate Slayer, you just call, what is it, Droll. But then like this right here loses to a single Ash, Imperm, you name it. Which just stinks, but I mean that is what it is. Can't even like special it. I'm gonna have to power shuffle, man, because these hands are whack. I mean, this hand's playable, so like let's go ahead and play it through as if, you know, no interruptions exist, right? So you normal here, effect of that. Do you search out Brio effect pitch, or do you just hard search out? I think it's hard search Unicore. Awesome, my man. Welcome, Evan. Welcome, welcome. Deck is pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. Activate Kaleidoscope. Sending our Herald here. Summon it. Effect of this, we can grab ourselves. Let's see here. Do we just grab do we grab? Yeah, I think we don't grab Brio. I think we grab a Reed Bear or Brio pitch. Search Reed Bear, send. We need to keep this out for full tribute. There is a world where arguably we just add but see, since this is supposed to be, I'm trying to plan to the premise that this is supposed to be like Salesman or like a going second card. So like playing on the presumption that this card's not a sellable disruption. We add this, use this, send. Add Brio pitch. Search Clauseless. Yeah. Ew. I think we go a Reed Bear. I think I see a particular line. Then we go a Reed Bear. Tribute these two. To send down that. Banish. Search for... Okay, never mind. I thought... Yeah, that sucks. Add this. Then you go cycle, use this for the full tribute, summon out Reed Bear. Yeah, ooh. It's still something nonetheless. Still something. Better than the first hand we had. Like that, at least this hand was like playable. Maybe a Reed Bear and Unicorn is just enough. We'll give a good shuffle here and run on into it. Yeah, I wanted to test around with the side deck, because I have a list on Omega built the way I think I want to play it moving forward. The next list I want to say, but I know my side deck needs some work. And I think I have like an idea with the side deck. I know like 3 Lancia is staple in there. And then like more going second cards maybe. I said something incorrectly. I thought Gordion Slicer banished face up, but it banishes face down. So I thought it had synergy with the advance, but it doesn't. So I don't think that card is the way to go. So I need to sit and look into it a little bit more. I think Evenlies and stuff like that. More Chummies. But for going first, I do want to test out. I saw a list actually very recently that top that played Prohibition along with Salesman. So I think that's really interesting. And then since I think my weakest matchup is going to be Mitsurugi, so I want to have some card in the side deck to compensate for that. And I think going first is going to be the issue, is going first against that deck. So then I want to set up a blowout card against them. Hey, my man, are you going to give a deck profile? I have one recorded, and it'll be edited and up probably Wednesday, so tomorrow. I kind of thought about doing it live here, but I'll really struggle to do that. So I thought, like, maybe just hold it out. So I have one recorded, and in that profile, I misspoken about the Gordion Slicer, so do keep that in mind when you watch it. It's crazy, like, you just read the full card. So I actually, okay, so this is an insane hand, in the sense of that we can play through quite a bit, actually. So, under the hypotheticals, have you tried the new Megalith stuff? Seems up your alley. I have not tried the new Megalith stuff, actually. Megalith is one of those crazy decks that, like, did, like, fit right up my alley for combo, but I've never played it. It's, like, one of those decks that one of my buddies, he played it, and I was, like, really happy to see him play it, but I just never myself, like, was drawn to it. I really liked Emancipator. I think it was Emancipator Megalith. I think that was what it was. I really liked that. I thought that was pretty cool, but we gotta do everything at a time here. So this hand is pretty insane. Like, this is just to show you guys, pretty much talk to you guys about, like, different niche interactions. So, like, you normal summon advance effect to summon, right? So under the hypotheticals, if they try to imperm this card, you do have Divine Mirror, so then, like, you're able to go pretty wild. But this hand beats, like, Droll in a sense. Even if you wanted to play proactively, if you normal summon advance, you activate the effect, and they say, yep, it's good, you can then chain Divine Mirror, tributing off this to summon out a Reed Bear, and then summon out your Amelia. And then Amelia effect a search, and then on resolution, if they try and hit you with the Droll, a Reed Bear can negate it, which is kind of cool. But let's see here. So then Amelia would search us Brio. So we have the Great Sorcerer, which it doesn't do much of anything. We can go Brio. Or, let's see, we go Brio. And then we can go Brio Pitch to search out, we can search out Unicore. Banish these two. Search out our... Where's it at? We need to search out our Kaleidoscope. There's Kaleidoscope. Then we can go activate Kaleidoscope, sending our Herald. Summon. Effective Mirror. Or effective, to grab us. Oh, so we can potentially add ourselves... Let's see here. We could potentially add ourselves Valk or Trish to protect. I think I was missing one piece from this hand. I was trying to utilize the Great Sorcerer here, but I don't think it's possible for me to utilize it. Because there's no way for me to tribute. There's a way for me to utilize it before with a Reed Bear, but it was just, you know, under trying to show a quick little niche interaction with playing under Droll in that scenario. If you know the roll's coming, if you fear Droll, you can play this way here. However, I think there might be another line that you could potentially do. Maybe if you played multiple Reed Bears, you could do something like that. Pitch, summon. But, I mean, still, regardless, it's still, nonetheless, Trish is able to protect the Unicore from being just impermed, which is really nice. Let's run it back real quick, just because I want to see how we play this out without the fear of Droll. So we'll play the same hand without the fear of Droll here, just because we want to see it, right? So I don't know, even is there a world where you just... Let's see here. You either start with a Reed Bear or you start with Advance. I guess you could... Yeah, I guess this would be like the perfect way to beta pitch a Reed Bear. If it goes, it goes. So it goes. You tribute the Great Sorcerer. Send down Kaleidoscope, and search Unicore. So send down Kaleidoscope, and then trigger the Great Sorcerer to search Unicore. Then you can banish these two to search out Cycle. And then you can normal summon the Advance. And similar concept. If they have Imperm for Advance, you can just chain Divine Mirror, which would still kind of get you what you're trying to go for. We see your list. It's coming out tomorrow. I did a profile and stuff like that. I said earlier, I was thinking about doing it over on stream, but I wanted to make like a video out of it, and I know I could cut, but I feel like I like answering questions and stuff like that. So go here, and then summon out. I think we just summon out our. So if we summon out Amelia effect, summon Amelia effect, add Brio, pitch Brio, search Shuret, Divine Mirror, Shuret. Then we have these two cards here. Or is it just summon out? Is it summon out just summon out Shuret? Summon out Shuret. Then we go Mirror. Tribute Shuret. Summon a Reed Bear. Effect of this to search. We get to search ourselves our warrior in the sense of Clauselus. Then we pitch Clauselus to search. So we already have Cycle, so we can just search out another mirror if we want to. Which we will search out Necroz Mirror. Then we can go these two. Do I even have... Yeah, banish these two to search out the other Divine Mirror. Then we go Cycle. Tribute this. Summon back out the Unicore. Or not the Unicore, summon out the Clauselus. Effect of this to have these three back. Yeah, now we're off to the races. Then we can go here, sending the Herald to summon out Unicore. And then effect of this, we can search out. We have two ways to go. We can either go for our Trishula or Metaltron, depending on which way you want to go. And then if the case of what you want to do, it's entirely up to you. We can search out either one of these. You can go Divine Mirror, banishing. Ooh, we don't have enough, so we'd have to go Divine Mirror, banish these to summon out Metaltron. So then your inboard is either going to be this, which is still pretty crazy, right? Or your inboard's going to be with this in hand. So your inboard's this with Trish in hand to be able to fire off. Ugh. I think both are pretty good. I guess it's really matchup depending. If you're playing against Malice, you probably don't want to go Trish because you risk banishing cards. You'd rather go Metaltron because at least Metaltron you can banish for sure, like the Splash Mage or a Link Rebo or something like that. But if you're playing against like something like Mitsurugi, I feel like both is pretty good, but Trish is definitely more devastating against Mitsurugi. So it's entirely up to you. What camera do you use to record your local videos? I use a GoPro. It's not in here on me. A GoPro 4K. It's a really affordable like starter. I didn't know if I'd enjoy it, so I went ahead and got like the kind of a cheaper option that had the quality I want. But I think if you have the money and you don't want to like go cheaper, I would definitely go with DJI. They're like Osmo, I think. Their Osmo is one of the best cameras, and it's probably the camera I'm gonna work towards getting next. And then, yeah, just GoPro. That's all you need really. But yeah, add one of these two. Then you set one. Whatever you use, like yeah, it's still pretty wild. Like this inboard, that was crazy. So that's what that inboard kind of got us, and that was kind of through a Reed Bear plus. I wonder if a Reed Bear plus Great Sorcerer in itself is like a combo sequence. Let's see if we can figure it out here, because that took a lot of our other hand because we opened Advance. So let's see what we can do here with just these two cards. So then we go ahead and pitch. All right, so we get to send and search. I mean, I guess arguably it is still a combo, right? Because we can send this, search Unicore, then go Unicore, pitch, add Brio, or add Advance, normal Advance effect, summon out this, and then her effect searches clauseless, pitch clauseless. Maybe? Hold up, there's got to be... So this adds this. Maybe instead of sending Advance, you send, like, the Divine Mirror. Send Divine Mirror, search that. Banish. Banish. Search. Kaleidoscope. You got a spreadsheet? No, I do not, brother. I see people do, like, spreadsheets, man, and too much time. I don't have enough time to do that stuff. Then we can go Kaleido. Send summon, then effect of this. We'll search out Brio. And then, yeah, then we got Brio into... Then we go pit Brio, Brio search Advance. Normal Advance effect, summon out this. And then this effect we can search out. All right, so this is where a lot of the hindsight has to come in, right? So maybe, okay, I see now where the mistake was. We use Amelia to search our, I'll show you where hindsight, right? So like I'm the first time doing this, so trying to learn this combo sequence here. So you add here. So we should have banished the Reed Bear instead of the Great Sorcerer. Then you pitch Clauseless to search out Cycle, activate Cycle, tributing the Necroz. Advance, summon out this. Advance trigger, summoning you these. And then... There we go. So that's what a Reed Bear plus the Great Sorcerer can get you. And then you have 2 other cards in your hand. That's pretty wild. Okay, sweet. Need to write that down. Clip that. Need to clip that so when I do my combo video, I can... Or when I do my spreadsheet, I can have that down. Did we use Brio? We did use Brio to search. So the combo can't be done with, like, a Reed Bear plus Brio. It has to be a Reed Bear plus the Great Sorcerer. Because that's how we get access to Advance, yeah. Still pretty cool, nonetheless. Let's see here, we'll... shuffle it up and do another one here. And this list right here, I'm playing Ecclesia, but I think I might cut Ecclesia. I only say that because I see Fleur-de-Lis at the bottom. Ooh. Quick shuffle up here. Do a quick cut. And let's see what we got here. 4, 5. All right, Reed Bear again. Fleur-de-Lis and Ash Blossom. Okay, well, I think... So again, these 2 cards are supposed to be board breakers. So this actually would be like Salesman and the Ultimate Slayer. So if you're going second, you know, we're drawing another card. We drew another copy, which is crazy. These 2 cards, one of these would call Droll, right? Essentially, you'd call Droll, and it'd be okay. But we'll normal summon out the Amelia, effective Amelia. If they Asher Imperm this, we do kind of... It is kind of brutal. Not much we can do. Well, this is why, I guess, and it's always these niche situations, right? Where I kind of wish I was playing... It's the Artemis, and then it allows you to turn a Link 1 into Cyverse, I think. I'm trying to think of its name. But you would link this off into Artemis, then special summon out the Dogmatica, because you can, and then you could link off into SP Little Knight, so your end board would be like SP Little Knight and something. But this is like the instances that I've noticed that this deck kind of has is so we're not going to see this a lot, right? We're not going to see Ash Blossom and Impermanence. We just don't play enough of the non-engine. We just don't have the percentage to see this consistently. So in this one hand, it's making it seem really good, but it's really not. Just because we're not going to see Ash and Imperm every hand. It's always going to be one or the other. And Ash and Imperm together still sometimes is enough to stop decks. So you'd rather these cards be like those proactive cards to help you go second, or in the sense that since one of these would be Salesman, you call Drow and Lockbird, you're okay. There is no way, even if you're fearful, you can't beat Ash. You can't beat all three, right? You only have one answer to one, so you can't beat them also. But anyway, we'll play in like there is no hand trap, so we'll normal summon here. Effect of this to go ahead and search out our, I think we go Brio, because this is like very similar to the same combo. Add Brio to search out the Great Sorcerer. Wherever he's at. I think he's far up here. Grab the Great Sorcerer. Then we can go a Reed Bear. Discard. Discard this. Do we discard Amelia? She had to be our normal summon, so we have to keep her on field, I think. To go ahead and send Divine Mirror and add ourselves Unicorn. Add Unicorn, send Divine Mirror. We'll banish Divine Mirror and a Reed Bear to go ahead and search herself out Kaleidoscope. Or is this one of those hands where you don't banish a Reed Bear? Kaleidoscope. Yeah, I don't think this is one of those hands that you banish a Reed Bear. You have to be safe, banish Brionac. Go Kaleidoscope into this. Affected Kaleidoscope. We'll go ahead and search ourselves out a Ritual Monster. We search out Ritual Spell Monster. We can search out Clauselus. So do this. Then we can go Cycle. Back the Reed Bear. So like I said, at bare minimum, it seems like even the worst combo sequencing, or the worst combo, or the worst lines, do get you to a Reed Bear plus Unicorn, which is still something, right? It is still something. But I think we will run up through one more test hand here, and then we'll just, go through another test hand, and then we'll hop on the Omega ladder and see how we can do. Because when I try to do my, when I build my deck side, guys, I try to, do, a perfect side-out pattern. I know I immediately know what cards are going in and what cards are coming out. So I try to get that down, so I need to sit and do that. I have a good feeling of what I know. It's going to come in and come out. Do a quick cut. Let's see what we get here. 5. Advance, advance. Shirt and Amelia. So interesting. Very interesting here. So, I mean, we start off with our best. Oh, this does kind of. Another interesting hand. This actually, I don't think this does it. I mean, it does it, but not the way we're thinking, because Amelia only summons itself if you control a warrior, so that means we have to. We opened our 1 to warrior 2, so that means we normal summon advance effect. We'll have to summon out. We already have Amelia, so we'll summon out our. I think we have to summon out Amelia. We can't just not summon it out. Amelia effect. We can grab ourselves a Reed Bear. Then let's see, we can go a Reed Bear pitch. Tribute that. Let's see here. Tribute the Priestess. Send 2. See here, we send Unicorn plus Divine Mirror. Sure effect to add a Brionac. Then we can banish these 2. We get to search for Kaleidoscope. Or no, we don't search for Kaleidoscope here, do we? think it's cycle. Yeah, go for cycle. Then we can go cycle. Tribute the advance, summon this out. Effective advance, add these two back. And you can go Breedaneck, pitch. Search out Clausulus. Because we haven't used Clausulus here yet. Search out Clausulus. Clausulus effect, search out Kaleido, activate Kaleido. Sending Herald. Summon itself. Effective that to go ahead and search yourself out. And this is where you can diverge into whatever you want. You can search out Metaltron, and you can search out Trishula. Or you could even search out your Valkyris to be able to play. You could do Valkyris and draw more cards, but I don't think like that's necessary because like we don't play enough non-engine. Like what are we trying to dig for? We've used 2 of our ritual spells. We're going to use Divine Mirror. We use Divine Mirror, so we can only draw into 1 more ritual spell, 1 more monster. We've exhausted our searches, so I don't think Valk is the correct call unless you're really scared of the battle phase, in the sense of like Tempai. If you know you're playing against Tempai, 100% Tempai. I feel like if you know you're playing against Tempai, you search Valk, but you can search either one of these. And since we had to summon out Amelia via Advance Effect, you can special summon out Amelia now, and then you can pretty much Divine Mirror, tributing the Amelia to summon out either Metaltron, and then you can pass your turn, and then your inboard is Metaltron, a Reed Bear, the Unicorn, or you can hold your search out Trishula, and you can hold it. So you can set it here, and then this is your hand. Which isn't, like, again, not super terrible. Not super terrible at all, because then when they start to do something, same thing, Divine Mirror. In an open game state, you know, where there's no chain links or anything going out higher, tributing this to summon out Trishula, where Trish is now chain link 1, and then you're going to be able to, you know, if they're going to try and battle over Unicorn, you banish the card they're trying to battle over with. You banish a card out of hand and banish something. Again, it's very matchup dependent, because I would not use Trishula against Malice, because Malice is, you're going to probably, knowing my luck, if your luck's like mine, you're going to snipe that Malice name in the hand, and then they're just going to go crazy. So Trishula might not be the best case. But Metaltron's always pretty safe, especially since she just allows to banish herself. Then even if they out these 2 cards, like the following turn, you do have Metaltron coming back. It's just still like, it's SP, Little Knight, the better. There's even a world, I guess you can just summon it in defense, because it does have a 3,000 booty, which is kind of crazy. I didn't even notice that. But yeah. You know what, I think we'll just roll on over to Omega now. And play some Omega, but yeah, there's definitely a lot of different iterations. Like, even looking at that hand, like, there's probably, like, different things I could have done. Just, like, the deck just has so many different avenues and routes to potentially go through. And not all of them are right, you know what I mean? So, like, there's probably, like, all these different routes, but maybe, like, we were fortunate to play the correct line here. And it's just, like, you don't know what the other lines could have been, but this was just, like, the most correct. But anyway. Still, again, opening a hand of, like, double advance, Amelia, like, you know, still being able to get to something like this. This is roughly, like, a skill drain and 2 forms of disruption. And this card right here should, I don't know. I'm still in such a space with hand traps because, like, I hate... So this would be a decent board ending because you have Ash. It'd be like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 forms of disruption, whereas this is supposed to be a board breaker. You have just 3 forms of disruption, the board breaker. But I understand, like, you're not always going to go first, so, like, you need to have the flexibility, and 1 Ash isn't going to do nothing going second. But yeah, we'll just shuffle it up here and jump on over here to good old Omega, since now we can climb the ladder now. Go here to Deck Manager. Where are you at? There's Nekroz. So this is what I'm cooking so far. Same number count. Just like we could potentially cut Ecclesia, which I might consider doing. This is the extra deck, but this is what I wanted to change here. Oh, I figured out it's my keyboard. Okay, there we go. So this is what I wanted to change. Gordon Slicer is just not the way. But it's Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. Because I feel like this deck has a horrible matchup against Mitsurugi. And Lancey needs to be in here too. So Lancia, ooh. I'm just not a big fan of Droll and the Mulchummies, to be honest with you. I really hate the... Because, like, it's always my luck that I Mulchummy, then draw into Droll, and then I don't Droll, or I hold Droll. But Ash is not it. Probably Nib, Fua, Droll, maybe Inperm. But that's, you know, that's a lot of space, right? So, like, if you look at the non-engine, we have essentially... And, I mean, this is, like, I'd imagine I'm playing, like, the bare minimum, right? You can maybe cut Fleur-de-Lis and cut Ecclesia, and that gives you 2 more spots, but then you cut these cards here, which are both, like, really good going second. So, like, I mean, you can make it work. You can play 3 Nib, 3 Nib, 3 Inperm, and then you could definitely fit in a Droll by cutting down, like, these other names that are just give, like, the engine more potency, I think. But I don't know. I'm going to attempt the board breaker approach and try it and see how it feels. But you might be right. Maybe, sadly, as much as I enjoy Ecclesia and Floor, you just got to cut them. But then I don't like playing just one of the searchers because I hate opening Nadir plus, like, Maximus and not having anything to resolve Nadir. Because if Nadir goes, it's pretty powerful. You know what I mean? So it's like... you need to play at least another name. So then you cut down Ecclesia. And then, like, I guess you could Ecclesia the Talents and Call By, but again, like, these 2 cards are literally... These cards are at 1 for a reason because of how powerful and game warping and game changing they can be. So I think that this deck needs those type of cards in them to be able to play, so... But let's just hop into the ladder. Alright. See what we can get here. Sweet. Okay, so this is pretty decent. You can always tribute Maximus for something. They get it. I guess you're absolutely right, yeah. That is another thing you could do. But here's the thing, right, is... Oh, yeah, you're right, never mind. You could tribute Maximus from... But see, that's the thing is, like, that's like a niche type of... That's a very slim thing to happen because of, Okay, hello, Kaiba man. If this card is no 7, you can show 3 blue eyes from your hand deck, special 1 blue eyes from your hand... From your hand, deck, or graveyard. If you special 1 blue eyes, white dragon... Well, I think we just throw it. Ash, sweet, okay. So yeah, I mean, like, so what... I get what you're saying. But it's like one of those things where unless you open or get access to Divine Mirror, which you consistently can get access to Divine Mirror, you're not going to be able to, how do I put it? You're not going to be able to get... Ooh, that was pretty good. It's just something that comes up and up, because the other ritual spells are, like, they have to literally equal the level, so unless you open Divine Mirror, you're not going to be able to exceed. But that is an option. You can get it. So let's see here. Let's go... Sales ban. Call Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Okay. Draw the Maximus into 40 is also... Yeah, but it's definitely... It's... Niche is the poor term. I apologize for using that, but it's, it happens more than you think. Hmm. 4,000, okay. Let's see here. Activate this. Grab Kaleidoscope. I normal this. Attempt to use the effect. Okay, alright, well. We're going. Attempt to trigger this. Grab this. Let's see here. No droll, which is nice. Majesty. Okay. That sucks. Should have known it was Majesty. We're still kind of... Let's see here. What do we send? Activate this, banish this in a reed bear. Thinking here. Use this, search out. Banish this. Let's see here, we can banish this and this. Add this. Activate this. Alright, so we have literally just this guy to play through. I feel like we can do it. Okay. I don't think we can. I think this one negate is going to check us pretty good here. So I either add Unicore, add this, attempt to fire this. He can still negate that because that's a negate on field, if I remember right. Target one card on the field, right? When this card activated on the field, quick effect negate the activation reduce. So that means... I guess I can add this. Attempt to fire this. He negates that. Use that to pitch. Yeah, okay. Except for I freaking goofed and should not abandon. It's always the hindsight, man. Always the hindsight. Okay. Activate this. So then I can add back... We gotta hurry. Yep, well, that's enough. Hey, brother, may I make a suggestion because it seems to always play interested in the same decks I enjoy? Yeah, go ahead, brother. Always open to suggestions. Sweet. Okay. Well, that sucks. Let's see. We can normal this. Go Dynamundo. Is there a way for me to get back? Target one card on the field and shuffle back a ritual monster. Okay. Does say you? Yeah. So I guess we can go. Yeah. Normal summon into this. Activate the effect, Dynamundo. Shuffle that back. And go battle phase. Oh, Memento? It's kind of... Memento's kind of crazy, I'm not going to lie. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Oh, that's so stupid. Uh, because I think now he's able to kill me. No, he's using tricks. Maybe not. Maybe he can't kill me. Okay, this guy has a graveyard effect. You can banish this current. That's pretty cool. If you special on blue eyes, you can banish ones. That's pretty sweet. He might be able to kill me. Majesties. I should have known. I don't think he's... I should have known it was Majesties. Oh, he's going to be able to reset Majesties too. Ooh, that might be... No, that's not enough. But I am not going to be able to beat Majesties again. Majesty's too good. Yep, that stinks. Let's see here. I do have these engraved, so I can... Okay, let's see here. Banish. Let's see, I can search out... Okay. Okay. Banish this. And this. So he drew Ash again. Okay. Add mirror here. Okay. Can't droll me, which is nice. He has... So I just gotta somehow beat Majesty here. I just don't think there's a world where I can do it. Special. I guess I could pitch this. I'll get access to this. So there's that. There might be a world. So yeah. So I can't trish him, believe it or not. So what can I do? Does Majesty's target? I don't think Majesty's targets, does it? Majesty's does not target. By tributing. Show 3 blaze face up. Yeah, it does not. Okay, well that sucks. Alright. I mean, maybe... It's Metaltron? Let's see here. Use the effect here. Okay. So... I gotta think here. How in the world I'm gonna solve... Add Unicorn pitch, add back. Okay. I just don't think I solve everything. We're trying. We're gonna try, man. Pitch this. Add back this. I actually ran into another Necroz player at Regionals. Bro, wild. I love this deck, but I also love Orcus, so I'm a little split. Dude, Orcus is kind of wild too, man. Okay, let's see, we can use Unicore, or you can use Clauseless. Switch for this. I just don't think I out. I just don't think I beat. I do not beat the Majesty. I could beat these two, but I cannot beat Majesty. Majesty's pretty crazy. But we'll try. Hopefully he'll Majesty here. No, he won't. Okay. Summon out this. He's thinking. Hopefully he knows Majesty. Seals, okay. I think I just go here. I know this can trigger. He goes here. Boom, boom. This fizzles. As soon as he flips over Majesty. Yep. Hard opening, that's insane. But that's similars for you, man. Select a monster to special summon. Really? Oh, because I can use this. Okay. And this will just get bounced back to my hand. Or not. Okay. Oh, no. Yeah, we'll just move on to the next one. Oh, what the world? I thought I was in the TCG. What? Oh, I didn't click ranked. Wow, okay. My bad, chat. My bad. Playing casual. Alright, maybe rock is not the way to go. So there we go. For that one, guy who was just curious. It's a niche, but it'll happen. National Millennium cards cannot be negated. Sweet, this card is in your hand. You plays it, fan spell, and trap cards on a continue spell. Yeah, you're good, brother. You're good. We'll hold the Fuaros. I think this is the correct time to throw Mulchummy. 2 monsters, right? So... Yep, here we go. Just get another Mulchummy. Yeah, let's just throw another Mulchummy. Oh, Fire Kings, okay. So now they just get to play around freely now. But what is that? What's the point of that, I guess? Fire Kings is probably going to be another rough matchup for us, but we'll be all right. I mean, surely he can't. I mean, what was the whole point of... I guess I'm confused. Chad, explain to me, what was the whole point of playing these cards? Surely he doesn't just leave on this, right? I mean, if he does, it kind of telegraphs he has the Kieran. That card's insane, too. I still think, even though this deck isn't performing as well, I still think Kieran should have been limited. That card's ridiculous. But I guess it is what it is. Oh, he's it. Sweet, I get draw 2. Awesome. So you make SP on my turn. Ultimate Slayer, wow, okay. Solve that form of disruption right there. And that'll make Maximus live. He had Skyburn, so that's pretty cool, because it's gonna... let's just go ahead and trigger. So I drew Brio. Brio put back Valk. Okay. So just another Skyburn. I know one unknown in hand. Well. Is it just this? Activate this. Is it literally just send? Intis and send. Yes, and Intis pop, right? Because, like, does this protect something, right? Once per turn, your opponent special summons a monster. When this card is activated, once per turn if a card on the field. Yeah, so we'll go Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. Don't get that. Let's see here. What do we add? We can't really add anything we want. We actually just kind of get to play kind of freely here. Let's see, we can activate this, send, banish, search. Yep, we're okay, yep. Yep, now we're just gonna... I feel like we... send... Do we send Intis? Is that the plan? Send Intis, pop that? Yeah. Forgot about the big chicken there. But I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Garuna, yep. Non-target destroy. Should summon Arvada. And then destroy a card. Right? Gets to destroy. Okay. Orcus, bro. Orcus is kind of wild. Destroy that. We're still pretty okay, actually. Yep. That's okay. All right, well, then let's go ahead. Activate this. Special summon. He'll either negate that, or he won't. Which even if he doesn't, we're still... Okay, perfect. Let's see here. Activate that. Search that. Bring that. That'll search out. Yeah, okay. Yep. Go ahead. I dare you. Try to trigger your princess, dude. Do it. Like I didn't calculate that. Add to our hand. Like I didn't. I decided to cut caster, believe it or not. And it has come up quite a little bit. What else does he have? Surely he doesn't have anything else. Maybe he has a Kieran in hand. I just attack here. I feel like that's the correct line. Yeah, I decided not to play caster. I decided to play 2 unicorn instead. It didn't feel right at first, but we did. All right, so we know they're going to go first. So I need to potentially... Ultimate Slayer might not be too good. So really, I don't have a lot of... I mean, clearly... This. Let's see here. So Salesman, call Kieran would be kind of nice, actually. Salesman, call Kieran. But, like, Droll would be decent. I feel like Droll's better than, like, Ultimate Slayer, right? Because, like, they literally don't go in the extra deck. They literally end it on... But they're trying to go full combo. They do end on the extra deck. So maybe... Amelia... 5... Let's see here. Maybe we do cut Salesman. Put in 3 Perilia. And put in 3 Droll, maybe? I really hate the thought of doing Droll. Prohibition, yeah, whatever, swap it. Looks good enough for me. Finish. Just because I don't... It's a brick. Trish by itself, like, you don't open multiple Trishes, and you have the way to reoccur it so easily with multiple Unicorns. That's also why I justify playing Unicorn at 2, is because you can play it. Ew. Super Poly is a good option as well. Super Poly would be a solid option for sure. Because they can't respond to it. Whereas, as you guys saw earlier, the whole Ultimate Slayer got responded to. But he's doing this. Salesman. So I think Salesman, what do we call? We just got to keep track of everything here. Is it Salesman we call Kieran? Is that what we do? Just call Kieran? Salesman call Kieran, call it good. There's only one Unicorn and using Toad to add it back. That is, yeah, so like there's a lot of utility. That is a very valid point as well, because you can use Maximus to add it back. And also Ultimate Slayer could potentially add it back as well in later turns if you draw it. You serious, dude? This is it? Well, watch me sales... What do I... Sales ban call... Let's see here. How do I see the material under it? Let's try. Maybe we just call... Maybe it is... Do we just call Kieran? Is that the correct play? Kieran, because this can only nukes if it's summoned, right? So he probably has a way to destroy... If this card is actually summoned. So he probably has a way to destroy this, and then, yeah, so... Yeah. Probably might not be the correct call, but we'll call Kieran. Force it. Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. The combos you can do with Caster. He's forced to negate. Almost forced to negate this, kind of. Oh, okay. So we're just going to start going after back row, I think. Skyburn, okay. Can't use Kieran. Imperm. I hit the wrong card. Wild, dude. Okay, so let's go ahead and normal summon here. At least I don't have to worry about Imperm. Just Imperm was used here. It sucks. I opened both my names, so that's like the crazy. Like I drew both the one of names here. Use the effect to grab this. But we're going to be able to do, I think, a lot here. I just got to watch out for nibs. So 1, 2, 3. Activate this. Do I just tribute both? Tribute this search Unicorn? Yeah. Use that effect to search out Brio. Activate this. Banish these two. Search that. Man, I just want to scream. Ugh. Like, what was I thinking? I just threw the whole game, dude. Oh my god, that Imperm column for the win. Was locked in and wasn't paying attention. Oh, man, chat. RIP. I know, I just said it, then I literally, just as quickly as I said it, it went one ear in, right and right out the flippin' ear. Oh, what do I even... What do I add, man? Because let's see, I can only use... Does this right here say it negates the effects? How does Imperm read for this turn? Oh. Man, that's so stupid. I don't know what to... So either, let's see, I can add this, pitch that. Oh, well, I ran out of time. Okay, well. God dang it. It happens, but it's not not that way. It wasn't supposed to be like that, man. Can't believe I did that. Oh man, that game was so winnable too. I don't know what he had in his hand, but it was supposed to. We were going to establish, or what is it? A reed bear before our 5th summon, and wow. Okay, well, we just kind of lose here, don't we? Hmm. Normal. This is where I need to play that other card. Dang it, dude. Okay, so this is like why we test, right? So I need to have that other like link card so I can like link into this and link down into something. It doesn't happen a lot, but like this is kind of wild that it's kind of happened. Straight up, I think I just threw everything and the game's punished me for it. Thank you, my man. Thank you. Definitely, I don't, dude, that just sucks. I might just scoop it here and go fix it, because that's, what's that? Do you guys know that Cyverse card I'm thinking of? You know what I'm talking about? It's like, yeah. Yeah, we'll just surrender. I can't play. Need definitely. Okay, let's go to deck list real quick. Because that was the instance I've always tried to bring up and talk to people about, is this instance here. So then I feel like you can just cut this. It's a Cyverse Link 1. And watch, I'm going to put it in here and it's never going to come up again, but that just is enough to make me want to put it in, because we could have played. We could have literally called in perm and played. Let's see here. All right, let's search it up here. I think it's right here, Garner, right? 1 Cyverse Link. Oh, okay, never mind. So maybe I'm thinking of Gravity Controller then. Yeah, let's just use a monster. 1 non-link monster. Okay, so what is... I'm confused then. How do you do that then? How does that... Am I thinking wrong? I think I just been thinking wrong, chat. My bad. So you turn this into this, and it was supposed to be... Maybe you can't do it. Because remember, Invoke did it. They, like, linked Alistair, then linked down. Alistair into... Yeah, they linked Alistair into this, because it takes 1 level 4 lower spellcaster, and then they linked it down into... 1 level 2 Cyverse monster. Maybe I'm just misremembering. Could be a very well case of the misremembering. Yeah, that very well could be what I'm just mixing up here. No, so it has to be normal summon. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like, I'm not crazy, or am I just really just kind of crazy? Because Invoke, Dogmatica used to do it, or Invoke did it. They like linked off into this and then linked down to get a card in the graveyard. Gardna. But how did they... It says 1 Cyverse Link monster. So then what was the... So then what was the Link 1 that they always made then? Was it Almirage into... Was it Almirage into this then? Yeah, okay, so that was what they did. Okay, can I even use that in the sense of... I think these guys are all 1,500. I don't think I can use Almirage, because Almirage says it has to be 1,000, right? Yeah, so we can't do that then. Never mind. Never mind. Sales Ban and Ultimate Slayer. Yeah, we can't use that. Well, that sucks. Yeah, okay. Then I misremembered. Then I was thinking it was Artemis into something. So, all right, well, then let's just put back the Chaka 9. That was just a bad hand. Thank you, chat. Thank you. If I didn't put in that dang imperm column, dude, that's gonna haunt me. Gonna haunt me, man. You know what's crazy is I can't even be mad because everyone does it. Even the pros have done it, but dang, I got lost in the sauce. Got straight lost. Definitely a winnable game. That should have been 2-0, man. Ugh, makes me so mad. But that's why we play like that, so we remember. I even said it out loud and forgot. Alright, so then this is exactly why I told you guys we should be playing board breakers, because... Ugh. Alright, so this is alright. We're just going to have a Centurion cutscene here, but... Conveniently enough, as long as, let's see here, we pretty much, I think we got this, because Artemis was used instead of Almirage plus Garnet to save. Okay, so so instead of going into Almirage and a Garnet, they just went into Artemis and then banished Artemis from field. Triple T, it's either Sales Ban or it was Ultimate Slayer. And see, like, what we'll do here is we'll call, like... And see, one-ofs, dude. Just a one-of. Floats to your hand. In simulators, man. So if we get lucky enough and we rip, knowing my luck, we'll rip Fawaros. But then we can just drop Fawaros and we'll be okay. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I just misremembered then. I always thought it was into Artemis and down into something. You should still play Artemis under the... I think as long as you're playing, or if you choose to play Ecclesia, you should play Artemis. Just because, like, you have the ability to, like, normal summon Link off special. You know what I mean? Under, like... weird situations. But if you choose to cut Ecclesia, I don't think Artemis needs to be in there. Decode or Code Igniter should probably be in there, actually. Have you thought about playing Swap Frog and Ice Barrier Mirror Mage for Totally Awesome Place? I have not, actually. Space is so tight that there's not a lot of room for flexibility and that type of stuff. But I do want to eventually... I want to pick up, probably after Nationals, I'll pick up that Ice card. I don't know, I forget its name, but it searches out Ice Mage. And I'll probably pick that up so that way I can play it in Ice Barriers. Quasar. Okay. So he just made one. Hard made one his first turn. Sweet. Man, just gets to go full combo. Really need a board breaker. Really need a board breaker. This is just kind of whack, yo. He's gonna get to search for Druiswarm, and Druiswarm could out my unicorn. I'd have to, like, really do this correctly. I'd have to, like, use this. Please give me something good. Please. Yu-Gi-Oh! Give me something good. He'd search Balgrake, so he must have Druiswarm already. Yu-Gi-Oh! Please. Please give me a solid draw. Not a solid draw. Okay. Well... Brio search. Let's see if this goes. He might negate it. It's like an ice card. It's like something, I can't remember its name. Ice. Okay, well then. Dude. Let's see if you want to negate this. I just don't think we beat this board. We do not beat it. Going first, I think, going first, we're going to definitely might have him cooked. Maybe. I don't think we don't beat it. Sadly, I don't think. Fire this, he negates it. Normal summon this, he negates it. Maybe. Maybe. No, because these guys come back. That's just wild. Let's try. I mean, technically, we can't actually. I mean, all we can do is try, right? See if he negates this. Then if he does, we just search out another one. We might. I don't know. He definitely has two, what do you call it? Two Bystials in his hand. He's already Synchro summoned. So I gotta think of a card to add here. I think I need to add Trish here. Right? Add Trish. Or is it add a Rebear? Is it add a Rebear? Shoot, we're going for add a Rebear. Baldrake, okay. And we knew the Baldrake. Regain again, yep. Cashier is also a good card to play to push hand traps. I guess, yeah, you're right. Freezing Chains of the Ice Barrier. Activate this. Target, target. This gets negated. And he had frickin' Imperm, too. God dang, dude. Must be nice. Let's see. Banish, banish. See if he negates this. He does. Okay. Good deal. Okay. Let's see. Have I gone through everything yet? No, so I haven't. Card to send to graveyard. Let's see here. Then I can use this and banish these two. Search for cycle. We're trying, man. We're trying. It was on the Imperm column. It's still negated. Dude, did we just play into it again? I mean, Gerardo, we were thinking that. We knew he'd negate it. We knew that. We knew he'd negate it. Well, man, if I could stop playing in the Imperm column, I just need to remember that stuff. It's crazy because, like, IRL, I'm so it's happened to me IRL so many times. I'm so diligent about it in IRL, but, like, for some reason, I just can't compute it here. So no more disruptions. Imperm's here. Okay, remember that. Imperm is here. All right, summon out this. Use the effect of this. What do I grab here, though? Like, that's the question. I think I grab this. I can't stop that. Maybe I grab Trish. No, I don't grab Trish. I'm getting a lot of cards back, actually, so maybe it's... God, I gotta think here. Or is it grab Unicore? Unicore, pitch, add back. Or is it Trish? Add Trish. Maybe it's add Trish? It should have been Unicore. Damn it, I'm a bloody idiot. Because this right here, lots of this card says. This card says, if your opponent controls a monster, if your opponent special summons a ritual, XYZ fusion or link monster, contribute one other light or dark. So he can do that twice. So I need to go ahead and activate this. Let's see here. And then I'll just negate and banish that. No, currently I'm not. I can hop into Discord voice chat in a second. See, I want to Zeus him. That was what I was really trying to do. But I'm not going to be able to do much of anything. Sadly, all these cards have already gone through. Battle phase, I can whack in... can this... Yeah, I can whack into that. Crash here. Main phase 2. Because both these big guys are coming back. And that's going to be... Yeah. But we can kind of solve him in kind of one fell swoop, I feel like. But he has so much coming back for him. Yep, they just come back. We'll try to trish him, I guess, but we'll see. Rebellion. Yep, no, that's good, I guess. Sadly, that's going to have to be good. He should be running out of... So he plays multiple Baldricks. Gotcha, okay. He had the Druid Swarm. Yeah, we're just going to actually... I feel like this is the correct thing to do. God. That's in itself. He'll respond with one of these, I'm sure. And then we can respond with one of these. Okay. Yep. We might be able to squeeze this one out. I'm not too far behind him in card advantage. The one that does suck is I did go through all my... do we... I'm at 8,000. He can move that forward. I think I safely trish this here. Keep a body on field. When Trish missed timing. Yeah, so it was had to be in like an open game state, essentially, like on resolution of everything. I could force Trish, but yeah, Trish would miss timing. I was trying to summon out Metaltron in that scenario. But I don't know, maybe he didn't know Trish would miss timing too. But he knows everything I added back, so this might be more than enough for a game, actually. This Baldrake's just gonna... Baldrake's gonna keep checking everything. Yeah, Trish would absolutely miss timing in that scenario. But no matter what, I'd feel like, yeah, just him going first and me drawing like zero, like no non-engine. But that's just, I guess this is anything to show you guys, like, the Necroz engine, like, clearly, like, we broke the board almost. Like, we played through everything. Oh, God, Chaos Angel. Okay. We can easily out Chaos Angel. I think he's gonna be able to put enough on game. That should be 3-5, yep. Should be enough. Okay, so now we get to go first. And I like to put in... I'm testing this out. Take out the Ultimate Slayers for... Droll. Yeah, we'll try it. We will try it. Okay. So, yeah, I think we kind of cook him here. Lancia. Amazing. Okay, well. Let's call... Droll and Lockbird. Okay, so now I just gotta think here for a second then. That does kind of hurt a little bit. But I think we can play around it here. Activate this. Activate that, search out this. Okay, activate that, tribute, but I can't banish, so that means I gotta play this, like, insanely smart. Okay, so let's see here. Do I sin Shurit? Oh, goodness. Maybe it's not in sin Shurit. Maybe it's... Because I can't... Maybe it is. Okay, hold on. Whatever I sin, I can add back. So maybe it's sin this. Trigger the effect here. Add Unicore. Okay, remember, can't banish. Special this, search out. I might have just goofed this whole thing in that one fella's move there, but we'll see. I add. I'm gonna imperm this. Okay, dude. Let's see here. Send that, add that back, normal that. But what does that get me, though? Am I better off just risking a draw, or do I send that, add that, normal, effect a special? Well, I can't go in the special, so like I literally have to send Garura, draw, pray, and draw. Because I have no way to get back a ritual spell because I didn't get access to it. So is it send that, or is it send this and risk it? Let's risk it. Every time, dude. Every time. It never fails. So we just get cooked here because of that. Okay. Never fails. It'd be another sales ban. We locked out the extra deck. We can pitch this, add back something. That's literally insane. We could beat Lancia, but that imperm's kind of brutal, I think. So we can pitch this. Pitch this, add this. Oh, I'm losing time. Nope. Darn it. That sucks. I like the Solemns first instead of Charmies. But if I'm going first, I'm not siding in the Charmies. The Charmies are just strictly for, like, going second. Oh, that's alright. I'm trying to think if there's a different way to do that. I feel like there was... dude, like I said, this deck is so complex. Like, there was a way to beat freaking Lancia and Imperm. It's just I don't think I played it correctly. So we're going to choose Scissors. Okay. Alright, let's do this. So do we lose to Droll here, or do we just lose to Imperm? Imperm or Ash actually really cooks us here. So let's go Droll. Yeah, if I normal this gets... Dude, that just sucks. It sucks when this type of hands happen. Let's see if she goes. Nope. Yep, checks out. Yeah, how she goes. Guess I could have linked off into... Yeah, no, nothing I could have done. It's gonna be Malice. Maybe... See, you just can't beat her. This is why I'm not, like, a big fan of, like, this card. Actually, I'm a huge fan of this card. This is why, like, I'm not a big fan. Because, like... You can't call everything, right? So I called Droll because I definitely lost to Droll, but my hand, literally, this hand lost to 3 different cards. But I guess Droll was, like, the least, right? So normal, call Ash Blossom, they can't Ash it. Then they Imperm me, and it's like, oh, well, damn. Yeah, we'll just go on to the next game. Yeah, so then we can side out Mulchummies for Lancia. We can side out the Ultimate Slayer for I feel iffy on this card too. Or Prohibition. And call it good. Maybe we do side in... Maybe it's just side in 1 and call it good. Oh, but it is what it is. And maybe there's a world, because I do play through Amelia, maybe you cut down Amelia to 2, but like I said, like one of the best combos this deck has is literally Amelia plus like Brionac, so like you want to like keep that consistent, so I don't know. And you're absolutely right, but in most hands, right, you have other extension besides what you have. So that's just, but that again, that's just to showcase you that, yeah, like that hand was a lose to 1 hand trap hand, but there's like definitely, you're always going to have those hands. Like even Malice has hands that literally lose to Impermo and Dormouse. So I mean, like it is what it is. We just are the one card that really literally cooks us is Droll Lockbird, and we didn't even see it. Wow. Okay, let's see. What's the correct play here? Normal this, attempt to special out. Okay, I think I see. He definitely has a Droll. I feel it. I literally feel it. I feel Droll. So I normal this, attempt to bait a hand trap, right? He throws something here. Or is it he throws something here? Huh. Activate this. I feel like this card just does so much that I don't know. Maybe it's I'm playing it wrong. I prioritize this over this. But activate this. Because this right here gets you to like your everything plus Fleur-de-Lis. Whereas this just gets you to a Reed Bear. Let's just do it. This might not be the correct call. Let's see if this goes. It goes. Okay. Okay, well that's concerning. So activate this. Get hit with Droll. We're not able to special summon any. We're not able to go into the extra deck once we use this. We special this. We lose access to this. This gives us a Reed Bear. We overlay for Baguska. Set up for the following turn. Okay. I think this is the way to do it here. So search a Reed Bear. No Droll. Okay. Boys, I think we made it. Search Brio. Yeah. Search this. Let's see. Banish. Or yeah, no, let's banish this. Banish this. Search this. Get this established here. Back to this. We add back. Sure in this. Fire this. Okay. Now we're off to the races here. Karoo is going to go. Baldrake. Yeah, we'll just... Okay, so we get to here. Okay. Nice try, bucko. Okay. Nibiru. He had a Baldrake and Nibiru. Oh, no. Oh, no. I mean, I think that's fine. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, let's keep playing here. So we can use this to summon back. Okay, let's go. I did use Brio. Okay, so we go here. Let's see. I think we add this to hand. Add back cycle. We go here. let's see here. So he has a token. He has no card in the graveyard, though. So, I mean, we got this. I gotta literally... It's either I activate this, send... How do I just solve this? That's the question, though. How do I just solve the nib? Because otherwise he just goes battle phase. Show. Maybe it's activate this, send Entis, pop that. Okay, or... Never mind, I think I got it here. I think I know what I'm doing here. But it's not going to be good by any means. So see, I send this. Do this. Use this effect here. Okay, so I can grab myself this. Then use that to summon that. Or is it grab Valk and Pray? I mean... That might be the best bet, is to grab Valk and Pray, but I don't know. Again, still learning the deck and still trying to learn all the niche interaction things here. We can grab this, banish that, banish that. He doesn't have Nib to whack over. This can literally check the first... I mean, but it's Malice too, so maybe it's just have this to be able to correctly... Gosh, this is so terrible. Don't know if this is the right play or not, but we'll try it. Set. I think there was probably a way that we could have. Yeah, maybe Valk was the correct call. Because I'm trying to think, like, I definitely know I had ways to get another light and dark into graveyard, so I definitely could have. But anyway, testing. That's all we're doing is testing. So he opened this. So this is the card I was scared of. This card literally is an imperm for this, so, like, he'd probably be able to get it, add it back. Pitch that, search. Dormouse. Yeah, we're not going to banish Dormouse. Summons out Chessie. No, he summons out the Rabbit. Rabbit effect. Yeah, that's fine. He summons Rabbit. When he triggers Rabbit, I'll banish the Rabbit. I don't even think... Yeah. Well, here's this card. Yeah, no, we're just gonna hopefully hold that's enough. Activate that. Maybe he doesn't have another Malice card name, hopefully. They always have an underground. Hopefully this will be enough. Oh, but see, like, that was what I was getting at, was like, it's difficult to, I can't stop it. It's difficult to, like, because this, like, the deck just has one-ofs, man. And that's what's upsetting, is, so, like, this is, I'm sure, one-of, I'm almost certain this is one-of in list, so he literally hard opened it. So if we just ended on that, I think he just normal summon Malice. He pitched another card, normal summon, bait this, and then we just have Valk holding the line. And then he definitely establishes a negate before the battle phase. So this deck is... This matchup's winnable, but it's like a difficult matchup for sure. Oh, he has the backup. That card's insane too. Backup's wild, man. So he summons backup, searches Wizard, pitches the other card in his hand. I'm enjoying. I got the same deck in my hands now. I love the era in which they came out. Yeah, dude, yep. Oh, sweet. That was enough. Oh. Alright, so Lancia stays in. Salesban can come out. We'll take out Ecclesia. And then we'll put in Droll doesn't hurt them at all. Ultimate Slayer. Fuwa. I think that might be all that we do. I mean, arguably I could cut down on engine. Oh, this card doesn't need to be in here. Oh, wait. Yeah, because they'll be going second, so then I can put these in, yeah. Right, so they're going... Yeah. Oh, yep. Malice is rough. The fact that our interruptions banish. Yeah, it's winnable for sure. You just gotta, like I said, time your interruptions. Like I said, like the Metaltron on like the already banished name is a good hit. Using Rebear to negate the generic monsters, yeah. It's just... Yeah, just fire this one off. Sweet. But like again, like it's just the one thing I always try to tell people is do not bet on this stuff, right? Because this isn't going to happen a lot. So like the system generally puts the one-ups to your hand for some other reason. But like this is going to give us 2 draws right here. This is sweet. Just joining. It's just another going first option. That's really it. Just a good going first. You just put it in along with Sales Bandit, so that way you can call multiple cards. We'll just wait here. Maybe that was a poor call. Maybe I shouldn't have launched both, but he literally has to normal summon. Right? Like, what is he going to do? Just set up like this? Like, he's got to put one more monster on the field. I mean, he technically could, right? He could just banish it. I don't want to use the Lansky yet. I want him to commit a little bit more. You serious? Okay. Alimbertion. Alimbertion's effect's good. Add 1 Math Mech card. This searches him, the Superfactorial. Yep. But he only has 2 names, so he has to get a 3rd name for sure in rotation. What the hell? This is a weak hand, for sure. Opening multiple advances is definitely out of everything. Ooh. Today, the algorithm might not just be in our favor, and that's okay. Oh, backup? Sweet, yeah. Give me more draws, man. Add 1 dark. Yeah, no, you're good. As soon as you commit just a little bit more, depending what you add. Dormouse. As soon as he normals Dormouse, we throw Lancia. I mean, we're getting there. We're getting to board breaking and stuff like that. We're starting to get into a decent amount of our engine. Pitch that. Okay. Yep, no, he's fine. I don't know. I think the deck has a very strong going first, but it also has a very strong going second as well. I think the deck's engine can go first. It can put up the boards that it needs. But also, like, going second, it does have some... Going second, it does have, like, some very powerful things going for it. But wait a second. If he overlays again, I need to... Uh-oh. Surely he doesn't. I didn't think about this. I didn't think he would... Like, this is just such a... Like, so you're going to... Possibly he can overlay these 2 for another Albertian. And then that's a negate. And then he normal summons and he just keeps going ham. But we'll see. I prefer playing first because that's also like what modern Yu-Gi-Oh's kind of become. But the deck does have a good build. Like, hopefully we'll be able to showcase, like, just the amount of, like, crazy non-engine play. That's why I've chosen to play these non-engine cards versus hand traps, just because... Or these board breakers instead of hand traps, just because, technically, looking at my hand... Well, I mean, these are hand traps, but this right here... It's a different story than post-side, but... Oh no, he's getting lost in the sauce. What's your target, buddy? Target the Chessy Cat? Yeah, we'll just go ahead and chain Lancia here. Effects are negated. Totally forgot that, but just makes it to where he can't just banish it now and then trigger it and bring it back. Heat Soul, sweet. Another Lancia and Brio? Okay, we're getting somewhere now. But look, we've drawn all these cards and we still haven't drawn into, like, outside of, like, Lancia, which given Lancia is pretty good, and the Fool was, right? We've drawn into plenty of non-engine. We're not drawn into, like, the board breakers that we want to see. That would be the hand traps that we have. But I really like this deck. I just think that this deck takes a very good pilot and a lot of skill to navigate through. So I just need to really sit down and grind with it and get to that level of understanding. Having the foresight to know what cards to banish. Like, even the test hands we were doing early in the stream, like, I banished a card and I was like, oh, wait, the correct play was actually to banish this. So, like, I should have just done it. Mouse Underground for follow-up. Sweet. Alright. Did you forget that I... What? Why would you do that, buddy? Did you forget that I Lancey did? Does this card do something? Okay. You know, actually, I think I will... I'll just throw the Fuwaros. Superfactorial. Yes. Oh, buddy boy, you're going to give me so much draws. He's going to summon all these and give me 2 more draws. That's crazy. Then he has to do something for him. What awful draws. Hits 1 Brio out of my hand. Okay. Well. Fire this off. Because this is Omni Negate, right? So that's what he wants to do it with. Okay. Let's see here. Well, that's out of the way. So now it's like... Backdoor. What does backdoor do? Target on side wants you control, banish it. That's fine. You can banish that. Okay, I'll try and hop in here in a second, my friend. Yeah, no, that's okay. Sweet. So this card gets to come back. So we just got to literally out the board. Okay. Add 1 mouse spell. Okay, no, that's fine. Do we just go, like... Man, do we just go... So he searches mirror, so that means we got to remember mirrors there. I feel like... Do we just overlay? No, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We activate this, pop... the chest, we activate this, pop something. We can literally solve a lot of cards here. Just gotta think this through. Because I can overlay right now, go up to a giant Zeus, send everything. This is where like a Catastor would come up for sure. Okay, so we just gotta think here. So I activate this, destroy that. Actually, hang on, we'll just go. Send that. Herald will search us. Trishula. Activate this. Activate the Great Sorcerer. Search out this. We'll try and play through this here. Activate this. Search Brio. Search for this. Activate this. So now this. Okay. Yeah, then we'll go this. I feel like we just send... No, we need to draw. Yeah, so we'll send this, search this. Trigger this, draw us a card. We draw a Unicorn, okay. Activate. Banish. We'll send this and this. He gets to send 2 now. Sweet. I would have held advance there. Yeah, I guess you could have held advance for sure, but it's, yeah, it's fine. Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. Let's see, we'll destroy... Let's see here, traps. Yeah, we don't care about that. Destroy that. Grab us this. Activate this. I think we can push for game here, actually. Okay, so let's see here. Graveyard. And then... Oh, we drew Lancia. Okay. Hold up. We'll do just Amelia here. Didn't even notice we drew the... Okay, why aren't you letting me... From field. There we go. Okay, so then... Because we can just Trish. And we can literally banish... Like, anything, honestly. Activate this. Yeah, because both these cards are already banished. Yeah, so we can go. No, I just want to hold Trish, actually. And then we can go this. I think we'll just go battle phase. I don't want to think too much because I know he can search the... He's at 58, so... Oh, he's only at 58, wow. Should check that, my bad. Cowboy for game? Yeah. I think we got him here. So I don't, looking at through my sequencing and stuff, I don't think I could have got better value than what I did get off of him. There was no way for me to banish more cards. Ooh, wait a second. Let me read this card real quick. Target one phase of monster opponent controls. Banish one malice monster from... And if you do, yeah, we'll just go ahead and drop. Yeah, just scoop it up, bud. Can't do anything with that. You literally gave me so many draws, man. Subtraction target. Okay. Well, I'm actually going to go ahead and trish that. Not in the same turn for sure, but I guess, yeah, you're right. Maybe in the longer run, I could have held it. I see what you mean now. Okay, I understand. I do see what you mean now. I just totally realized Lancia turns off a lot of my stuff too. Okay. Yeah, because I can't negate and banish for the Rebear. I can't this. I can't Trish. I can't Valk. Yeah, whoa. Yeah, too many. Didn't take the deck too seriously. Yeah, but I actually kind of goofed myself. Maybe I shouldn't have been so hyper-focused on the Lancia, because that really turned off every form of disruption I had to even protect Unicore, so... Definitely noted. Definitely noted. So I'm gonna pop over here and voice chat real quick. Just so you guys... There we go. Hello, hello.
What's up, man? How you been?
Good, good. Just getting some testing in. Yeah, I can't believe... I don't know if you're watching the stream, but I tunnel vision on Lancia against Malice, and I freaking turned off every disruption I had because I was too worried about the Lancia. Because all my stuff banishes. Yeah, so like I couldn't do anything. I literally turned off my negate, my quick effect banish, my battle phase protection, my Trish. I freaking got rid of like 4 disruptions by just tunnel visioning a Lancia.
Jesus.
Yeah, definitely. Tunnel vision's a real thing.
Yeah, I was watching it a little bit, but obviously I don't know much about the new support that you're playing right now. Right now, right now I'm actually trying to organize all my shit, and this is a fucking nightmare.
Okay, we get cooked here by a single... Oh, goodness. Very subpar hand. This is the only bad thing about, I think, playing like the little names and then playing Fleur de Lis is like essentially they're like bricks in the way. So I like completely understand why some people will cut them. Just risk it for the biscuit. All right, so he has something. So do I just add this? I don't know, that was correct play, even no matter what I added. All right, we make it. Made it this far. Let's see here. Could have Impulse right now. Add Brio. What do you have? That's... Pitch Brio. Search this. Search this, tribute, search advance, normal advance. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do this. I think this is a way that we can play around like an imperm or something. Activate. Okay, so I should have tributed this too. I totally goofed that. So see, I send this. I gotta send this. That's, yeah. Oh man, that kind of sucks. I'm supposed to send 2. I'm supposed to tribute this. Ooh, brother. Ooh, why did I do that? Hindsight's always crazy. Hindsight's insane, man. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Ash. So he's going to ash that. Okay. Well, yeah, that's crazy. Maybe, hear me out, guys. Maybe we overlay for Baguska in defense, and then they out one, they have to deal with the other.
Plan B.
Plan B. Yeah, I should have dumped 2. I should have attributed this, banish, banish, add back, normal. And then I could have... Oh, he's going to search out. Oh, no. Lordly load. Can't do anything about it. Yeah, I think that was... Yep. Targeting one or the other. Crazy. I live for a turn at least, I guess, right? That's crazy, man. Possibly live for a turn. He might be able to out this. Wait, I think he just goes... He just is able to climb into Spears, bounce this, and then... Yeah, I was supposed to send that, then I could have done that, banish, banish, summon, then like... Oh, man, that's so upsetting. My inboard was supposed to be so much better here. In fact, I actually want to save this, and then we can go back and, like, work it out the actual correct way. Ugh, I'm cooked. Straight cooked.
How's everything else going?
Oh, everything else is going fine. Can't complain.
Just right now, today, just getting cooked by a misplaced.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, there's a few games I've lost just because, like, I've bricked or, like, they've just been better. But there's been a few... More so, it seems like the games I've lost have been because I, like, don't see far enough ahead.
Okay.
But, yeah, not trying to take away from, you know, them by any means. Like, they're playing pretty well. It's just, yeah, the whole... Well, this is gonna suck. Oh, Ecclesia. Okay, this might be able to get the ball going, actually.
Año pasado.
Hmm.
Yeah, bro. If I show you the mess that like, I'm gonna show you real quick.
He has effective alert. Ooh. Oh, I can't activate that. Well, I can. Okay. See if he wastes his effect alert on it. So it switches to attack. Well, yep, that worked. This is where probably SP needs to also be in my deck list. Yeah, we'll
Look at
just...
all this, brother.
Oh, man, yeah, you're doing a bunch of sorting. Alright, so let's hear
All
cut
that
this
other
up.
shit as well. I'm just trying to fucking work out a system in my head that actually, like, okay, like, trade binder, personal binder, I don't even know where to start, to be honest.
Yeah, I do. I have a lot of... I just have a box and a bunch of binders and stuff. Or not even that. I have one big binder where I keep all my deck cores at, and then, like, a staple binder. Alright, so we opened pretty good, except for... We might get smoked by a, Droll. Which I fully expect... Well, actually, we could... No, we get smoked no matter what. Yeah, might as well... If we're gonna get smoked, might as well get smoked well. Yep. God, all these cards are so good. Always hard opening the Majesty, man. Like, that's just literally insane. It's clearly shuffle back wishes. Or is it shuffle? Yeah. I don't have enough to answer either of these. That's insane, man. I put in so many cards to answer, and I see the one of over like the 2 or 3, like the 2 3 ofs I have. It doesn't really matter, I think, because if I put this back, he could wishes pitch search and still go. Maybe it's put this back because I know he's gonna be able to play regardless, but he could just wishes search it. Yep. Let's see here. God. And load is just insane. When this card's activated, you can add a Primite card from your deck to your hand. Keep him off the Primite, at least, I think. I don't know why I'm doing this. I should hold this card. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I might just go ahead and give it to him after this, just after this misplay by itself. I guess I can send this. Yeah, I should have probably held that. Wild again, dude. Like, I play in phase. Just build a wall. But it do be that way. That's crazy. That's the only hand trap they saw. Literally the silver bullet of my deck they saw in their one hand. That's just wild. No matter which way I went, I feel like we lost the draw in that scenario. But you guys get to see the impact of draw. We'll see if he can kill. He might be able to kill me. I don't know. We'll find out. Blue Eyes comes back. So unless he drew a droll for turn, we should be able to have a clapback, but we'll see. We're not that lucky, boys. This deck reminds me a lot of, like, I used to have a lot of hate for Salamigreat back in the day because it always seemed they always had everything. So I know he has the trap because we shuffled back the Primite, so he's going to have the Majesty. Which is going to be difficult. So he's setting Majesty. Okay, one unknown, set Majesty. Okay. Alright, let's think here. Think. See if he drew another droll. Okay, he didn't. Okay, so I gotta think here. So we gotta solve this. So I feel like... Oh, man, the correct play is probably this. To force it, right? Activate it. Target the True Light. Because True Light destroys what? This card cannot be targeted. Destroy all monsters you control. So I target True Light. Activate this. Intis. Activate this. It's either I summon out, send Herald Search, or send this to force this. Send that, force that. That's forced to respond. Because he has a Blue Eyes in circulation. I go pitch this, summon. Okay, no, yeah. Okay, no, we got it. We got it. I think we got it. We definitely have this, I think. He's forced to respond. Yep. We banish. Yes, okay. All right. Activate this, banish this. He's going to ash that. Are you cereal right now? Okay, well then. So ash was his draw for turn. Dude, these blue eyes players are just straight up goated, man. Activate this. Add this. Use this. We can search for a rebear, I feel like. Activate that by banishing that. Search for that. He still can use the... Okay, we'll just activate. It's not the best, but we're trying our darndest, guys. Trying our darndest. Try to go battle phase. He'll try to bounce this. I mean, do I just... Because this will resolve once per turn. He bounces this. And I'm really cooked. Negate. He summons out. See, he just has... He has Maiden in rotation. He hasn't used his True Light yet. Man. If negate this, he does that. Yeah, I don't think there's a way we win this. Yep, no way we win that one. Let's do one more, chat. We'll do one more and call it good. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it just feels like this deck is so complex. Like, if you just search something different. That was also just bad variance, man. Like, are you serious? Like, Oh, finally. Okay. I'd literally draw... Again, the non-engine. Simulators and their algorithm, man. This person. So we're getting to sit by a person who goes through a cutscene here, whatever you decide to play. Blue eyes again. Okay. All right. All right, so definitely hard open Majesties. Okay. And we draw another one of these. God almighty. Okay. Okay, I gotta think about what I'm gonna add here. Because if I get drilled here, I just get cooked by that. He definitely has a Majesties, man. It's no debate, but... Brio add this. Okay, no draw. Okay, so let's see here. I feel like we can definitely start picking apart these. Maybe there's a way for me to get access to special this. Search. Let's see what we can get here. Okay, Droll. So he throws Droll here. Insane. Okay. Let's see here. This is one of these is definitely Majesties, and this is just going to show you if one of these is Majesties, guys. Oh well, that sucks too. Okay. Well, we just gotta pass. Ugh. Crazy. True Light on top of it all. True Light. No, we'll just... Oh, no. We have a good hand. We'll try and stick it out. What are the chances he has another Droll? Dude, what a crazy way, since he already used the Ash on the Grave effect of the Ritual spell. Did they use the Ash? They didn't. I think you... Oh, you must be... I think Typhon's in the list. No, I ended up cutting out for an aggregator because I moved into play, whatchamacallit, the aggregator. But you could definitely fit it because, like, Borbo and Shock-and-Nine are not necessary. Oh, the last game. Oh, I have to go back and rewatch that. There's always things like when you play decks like this, you gotta like always keep in mind there's like a bunch. The game is literally variance to the core. So like when I like play these games, yeah, does it suck when you get like completely like sacked or you get outplayed or like the opponent happens to open their one ofs and you don't see your right one ofs? It does get kind of upsetting, right? But however, you just gotta remember that's the variance of the game, and like that doesn't make like if anything, this deck has proven in this time. Maybe I'm coping with it, but in the time playing the games we've got, like the deck is still performing pretty well. Just I think it's just myself as a player, honestly. He's gonna set Majesties, dude. Oh, he's gonna special summon. Okay, he must already have Majesty then. 3, 3, 25. Yeah, this is enough for game, right? Smoke. 3,000, 25. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just go on to the next one. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Swap. And then, so literally we can just call Droll and Lockbird, right? We should see. That's at least what I'm testing with, because Droll does cook this deck, and Blue Eyes players, at least every Blue Eyes players we've seen have been hard opening it. We don't even see it anyway. Okay, alright, gotcha. Checks out. Please effect filler imperm me. Please, Ash, okay. I don't think that's okay, right? I use Read Bear effect, tribute these two, dump, special. Okay. I think that's okay. So use the effect. We can add ourselves. I don't even know if Unicore is the correct way. Do we add this? Banish, or is it this? I think it's add this. Does he draw me now? No, he doesn't. Okay. So then it's banish this and these two. Add this. 1, 2. This will be my third summon. Activate this. Sending this. Summon this. This effect can search me for this. Activate this. Summon back this. Use the effect here. Set. Okay. I think we just call it there. I disagree. I don't think it's staple. I don't think it's necessary to play it at all. But I would say that it there's just so, I mean, it's not a bad card by any means. Like, I truly think the card is kind of wild. Like, to be honest with you, I think it's really an insane card.
I'm back, brother. My bad.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
To the family.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're good. Yeah, I don't think it's staple, but there's just like even Ariel, dude. I don't think Ariel's staple. I don't think any of these cards are really staple, but they're just really good. You know what I mean? So like you just gotta find like the right mesh because it's already like a huge engine. Caster has come up at least once, especially since we've been streaming today, about like it'd be kind of nice to search Caster, Pitch, Reborn. Because in non-dogmatic alliance, you potentially can at least get 2 level 4s on the field and like make a big Zeus or make Baguska and pass. Yeah. So like I just think there's just so many good cards. Like Ariel's pretty wild. Okay, he's going to. Nope. Pitch Ghost Bell. Pretty good card actually. Search these two. Sweet. Yes, but like I know like because right now I prefer to play the Great Sorcerer because Great Sorcerer searches out Unicorn and yeah, we're just gonna negate that boss. Keep him off that. 3 a Rebear, 3 a Shuret, and Caster Talents. Okay. Well. Huh. That sucks. One-ofs, dude. One-ofs. I think... it's so infuriating, dude. I love this game, but then I hate it because I... Gonna take a Rebear. Okay. He don't know. It's probably just gonna go battle phase, right? And then link it off, which is okay. I wonder why he didn't take this. Dude, it's all the Blue Eyes players. I literally sit down against Blue Eyes and I just expect them to have the nuts. Truly expect them to have the nuts.
Is that the go-to move right now?
Blue Eyes? Yeah, Blue Eyes is pretty good. I don't understand why... I thought it banished this card. That's kind of crazy. I didn't see it get banished, but I thought it said banished. Sweet. Battle phase, brother. No shot. No shot he can use my own Rebear. No way. You can only ritual summon this card. When a monster effect is activated, you contribute 1 monster. Dude, are you serious? That is some crazy bullshit. That's wild. Did you guys know that? I did not know that you could... You can. That makes sense why he took it. Wild, dude. Wild. It's like only you can use, so he can just take... That's just insane, dude. Like, what the... Wild. This next draw has to be, like, literally insane in order for us to be able to even play. It's not insane. Are you? Oh, dude, this game makes me so mad sometimes. I draw this, but he's able to do that. All right, so I'm just amazed. I was like, you can ritual summon this card. You can ritual summon this card. You can only use each of the following effects, so it's not me. So yeah, I mean, it's still... Oh, okay, I just have to control no monsters? Okay, so this might be not doable. This might not be doable. So we banish that. I search mirror. But he can negate that. Ooh. Let's see here. Yep, that was my big misplay. Should have Typhon. So maybe that's what we'll do. We'll cut out the Borbo package and stuff like that and put in Typhon. Yeah, nothing I can do. He's got it. Insane. I did not know that that was how Rebear worked. That is wild. I still am kind of in utter shock about that. Is there, like, any example? I mean, I'm sure, like, because the simulators are mostly right, so, like, clearly, you know what I mean? It's, like, programmed that way, but I'm just trying to think of examples. So that means he was able to take my own Rebear and use my negate, because it's not a once per turn negate, it's only you negate. Well, no, it says it's a once per turn. You can only use the following effects of Rebear once per turn, but it's saying that you, as in me, the player, I can only use, so he can use it. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I ended up downloading, for those out there, I downloaded MD Pro 3 too. You know, we can't leave it on that. We got to play one more. That's ridiculous. Blue Eyes, just sacky Blue Eyes players, man. Well, we'll stick with scissors because that's what's working.
You always gotta end on a high note.
Gotta try. Dude, what is this algorithm, man? Drawing both double of these, the one of Maximus. That's insane. Insane. If it's another Blue Eyes player, we'll skip and go to MD. Mitsurugi, the worst matchup. Okay. Mitsurugi is definitely the worst matchup for this deck because, sometimes it's pure Mitsurugi, they don't even go in the extract that much, so, like, ooh. All right. Are you set on as close to 40 as possible? Thoughts about trying ritual engines? I am really set on, I'm set on 40 for this deck because, like, I do believe a lot of people, the way, like, they build decks are like, see ritual, ooh, ritual can work with ritual, but you literally see this deck, like the Mitsurugi variants, they brick. Even though they're still super consistent, they still brick often than not because they have no synergy with anything outside of, like, the things they're trying to do, right? So I'm not a big fan of Megalith. I would like to believe Megalith, after this new stuff, is going to be able to do something on its own. But I'm not a big fan of big 60 card piles. I'm trying to keep it close to 40, trying to play the deck as competitive and consistent as it can play. And I just don't think because blue cards like mix with blue cards, it's like trying to play a fusion deck just because, like, fusion mixes with fusion, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's synergies because inherently they do search each other out, but most of the time they're going to, like, they can potentially lead to more inconsistencies than they can consistencies, but this deck is just so non-restrictive and so consistent that it can do whatever it needs to. Like right here, this is, like, insane, right? Like, literally nothing restricted them, nothing stopped them. They're going to overlay here, search duo drive search, and it's going to be, like, impossible to break. But I never put a lot of stock on I don't put a lot of stock in local testing. I don't put a lot of stock, well, I don't put a lot of stock in, I put more stock into local testing, but I don't put a lot of stock in this online simulators a lot, just because, like, online simulators suck, man. As you guys can see, like, and I think the 3 Blue Eyes player in a row, hard open Majesties, like, I've seen talents multiple times, seen one-ofs consistently, which, you know, if you're shuffled up, you're less likely to see that type of stuff. At locals, you just get sacked by some, like, side, out of the left corner type of field, type of stuff. So, like, I guess it's matchup depending. Like, you play against Malice. So this is interesting here. We just kind of get cooked regardless, I feel like. Because if he has a Droll in his hand, we get cooked. So that's the way you got to play this deck is, if they got Droll, they got it. Yeah. Habakiri. Okay. Sweet, thank you, dude. Let's see here. I can search out... Droll, yeah, Droll is... You just gotta play it. Like, Droll, Droll whoops this deck's butt, so... It is kind of crazy if he does have Droll. He's forced us to discard a card, and he's going to Droll us. Be kind of crazy, actually. The only thing I think is we grab this and pray no droll. Droll. We just lose here. Yep. See, man, this is... I am so conflicted with droll. Droll is such a necessary card, but then, like, in instances where, like, it just does... It makes it to where you can't play second. So, like... At first, I thought the guy was clowning when he made, like, made, like, a post saying that maybe droll should be moved to, like... worded, like, similar to the Mulchummies. And I was like, nah, dude, that's cope. Like, it's not that bad. But then, like, as I've played more and more, and I've been getting drolled, when they've established a board, like, yeah, no, they're, like, it's not fair for me to add from my deck 100 times, but it's not fair for you to stop me from being able to play the game to even try to break your board in the same way. I don't know. But droll, droll has to exist, or they have to go in and rechange around droll's wording. Not even droll wording, like do another droll or something like that. Actually, this right here cooks this deck. That was the entire point of doing this. So let's finish it up here. Personally, I don't like droll. It's almost as bad as Maxi, where you go second against a board and getting droll to death is... Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, like, so droll is necessary for the game. These decks just do so much. Like, you have to have the ability to do something with them, right? But it's just, like, now in the sense of the game has progressed to where you can't break their boards. Like, if they're drolling you... But see, this is where I'm going to lose to Imperm. Check it out. Or Ash Blossom. No? Holy buckets, we made it. Okay. Can't droll me, fool. I don't think I should have added this. Did I really? No, I'm okay. I'm okay. So I get to send 2. So I'm going to send this. And I already normal summoned, so I got to remember that. This and... Is it send these 2? Send these 2. Effect a search. Banish, banish. Or is it send Metaltron? Send Metaltron. Banish, banish. This searches Brio. Brio search this. Maybe I was supposed to keep the... Oh, I think I was supposed to... Ugh! Misplaced for days, man. Misplaced for days. If he chooses the Ash here, I'm just going to cry. Okay, he didn't choose Ash here. Okay. Alright. So at least Prohibition's coming in and doing its duty. And this is where, like, Catastor could be brought up. Arguably. Catastor could be used here. I literally just called Droll and I might not be able to do it. I might have just goofed this entire turn up. This is why I like this deck, dude. Like, even though I'm sitting here misplaying with you guys, like, I am misplaying, but... Like, it's learning. This deck has so much depth to it that it's just hard to master. So add this. Kaleidoscope. How does Kaleidoscope even search me? He literally just whacks me with Mitsurugi. I think I've just butchered this whole turn, dude. That's so infuriating. I'm just bad at this deck so far. Technically, he could Impulse, actually. He throws Impulse here. That'd be pretty decent. Maybe it'd still force me to pass my turn. Nope, okay, so... Effect of this, I get to search for... Valkyrus. Do I search for... I almost gotta search for... I think I definitely goofed by sending 2. Man, chat. Okay, you know what? I definitely goofed this up. Alright, yeah, we're gonna surrender. We're gonna go back to the... Yeah, we'll just leave. Yeah, we'll head back real quick. So...
Back to the drawing board.
Kind of. More so I want to go look at the hand that I just used so I can, like, play through it and do the optimal play. He had something. I don't know what he had, so that's also very dependent on what he had as well. But, I just want to go back and look at the extra deck here. So we can cut this and this for Typhon. And what else could we potentially put in Typhon? Anyway, we'll just save this real quick. All right. All right, let's go here. And I want to take a look. So that hand was... I want to throw Salesman in for Prohibition. So that hand was literally Divine Mirror, Emilia, Fleur-de-Lis, Divine Mirror, Emilia, Shuret, and then it was let me get it out real quick. So we'll just use Salesman because I don't have Prohibitions. Because I don't know if Prohibition is going to stay or not, right? So this is it. So you go essentially Cauldron Lockbird. So now I don't lose. He literally normal summon effect. We search out our Brionac. Or not Brionac, our Rebear. So then we go a Rebear effect, discard itself. We keep this on field, attributing this. This will send. This just ascends the Divine Mirror. And then this right here searches out Brio. Brio effect pitch itself to search out Unicore. Then you banish this and this to search your cycle. Oh, wait a minute. No, you use this and this to search out your... Whoopsies. Not your cycle. Getting too far ahead. You search out your Kaleidoscope. And then activate Kaleidoscope. Sending the Herald. Summon out Unicore. Effective Herald, you search out... So here you could search out, I think... See, we have Fleur-de-Lis in hand. I think I'm going to search out... So, like, this is just hypothetical, right? I'm going to search out Trishula. Wait, am I... No, wait a second. I can't search out Trishula, because I have to use Herald to search out... Again, this is where you would banish these two. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. I think it's just Valk. Because against that game against Mitsurugi, right? So, like, we're not going to search Trishula. Well, I mean, Trishula's pretty good, actually. So maybe it is. Maybe it is you search Trish. And you just make sure to banish your Reed Bear. Go this into this. Oh, but then we don't have any way. Never mind. We don't have any way to ritual summon out the thing. So, yeah, you don't search Trish. You search... It was definitely Valk here. But, yeah. Do you also run 3 Advance and 3 Amelia with 3 Shuret? I don't run 3 Shuret. Oh, you're asking him. Okay, my bad. You could have sent 2, search Brio, Brio, search Unicore, Unicore, get Amelia, then Special Amelia, right? I guess, yeah, right? Like, that's something I could have done, but, like, does that get me into a better point than what I was? So I Foolish... Yeah, I could have sent and searched Brio, Brio, search Unicore, Unicore, get Amelia, then Special... Amelia. So that I just loop around in a circle for no reason, right? Whereas, like, you know, this is supposed to be Prohibition. Yeah, you definitely, yeah, you always play. Amelia's, I don't know, man. Like, Amelia, I kind of like, I could feel like you could maybe cut down to 2. Maybe, but then again, like, the list I'm playing, the strongest card combo is literally Amelia versus Brio. So, yeah. Yeah. But, all right, brother, I'm going to hop out of the Discord call real quick. I think I'll wrap up stream here. Maybe talk a little bit more, but pleasure talking to you.
Okay, brother, yeah.
Take it easy.
Later.
Yeah, but like, would that have... So you grab a Unicorp, summon back. Would that have got us anywhere? Because this is against Mitsurugi, right? So... Like, Mitsurugi just kind of clowns this board. But I've already accepted that Mitsurugi is one of the harder... or like, the hardest matchup we have. Mitsurugi and Malice is definitely difficult matchups for sure. Hey, dude, I just don't know. Do not know. The variance of this game was definitely interesting. Of these games we had. I'd finally get to see, like, one of the cards that shut down Droll, but then my hand's, like, weak to one hand trap, which it's like, come on, like, really? Is that really how it's supposed to go? And then when I don't see the one salesman, or I don't see the one card, it's like my hand doesn't lose to one... My hand loses to Droll, but beats multiple hand traps, so it's just kind of like that crazy dichotomy. So, like, right here, Ultimate Slayer and Salesman, prep. So, like, right here, 100%, like, we do not lose to one hand trap. Like... Where are these hands? This is just, like, crazy to even imagine. Because Salesman is supposed to be, like, in here for, like, I don't know, like Ash, essentially. Ash is supposed to be Salesman. So you go Salesman, call, draw, and Lockbird, right? Cool. If they have Ash, you lead with this now. They Ash this, sweet. Then you can follow up with, like, Brio. Brio into... It's just crazy, man. And it's just the bad variance of online testing sometimes. That's why I like IRL testing a lot. So, normal effect. You can summon out Amelia. Amelia effect, you can search out a ritual spell. I mean, you can search out advanced... No, you can search out, like, a Reed Bear, possibly, and then go, like, a Reed Bear. Go a Reed Bear here, send Priest in this, dump. Does that really matter, or do you search out? Boom, boom. Tribute to Sin. Send Divine Mirror. Banish Divine Mirror and Amelia. Search Kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope, summon, send Arclight. Effective Arclight, you get to search out. Cycle. Cycle that. Bring this back. Add these cards back to your hand, so then your end board is like this. I don't know, man. I'll put Salesman back in here, and it's not supposed to be in here. Not yet, not till I get my Ultimate Slayers. Then Salesman will be put in. Because, I mean, like, even just shuffling through these hands here, we're already getting better hands, and we're kind of getting online, which is kind of wild. But we'll check it out and see again. Prep. Fleur-de-lis. Oh. I don't know how I feel. Droll just always looming is just kind of crazy. So it's always like you got to try and play with like the most successful hand with Droll, because you just get sacked by Droll. Like this hand straight up, if I go prep, I lose to Droll. If I normal this and search, I lose to Droll. So it's definitely interesting to try and play correctly while Karnak's considered. I don't. So again, now I think this is where the thought process comes in, right? So we understand that this hand gets cooked by Droll regardless. So it's like, even if I normal summon this, search out Unicorn, they hit me with, or I guess maybe, hold up. There's probably a way to play through it, right? There's probably a way. When are you planning on going to your locals again to test out more Necroz? So sadly, all right, so my week up to National, so Saturday I'll probably do some more testing. I will probably record the testing. I might even live stream it. I don't know yet. I might live stream the testing. But Saturday I can go to my locals and do like, not like tournament testing, but just normal testing. Then this next week I fly out to Philadelphia to go to a buddy's wedding. Then I come back, and then it won't be till like, it's really crunching. No, thank you, my man. Yeah, shout out to the Discord. So just thinking here. So let's see here. If we go this route here. So what's the best line to potentially beat Droll? So we go with normal Amelia, Amelia effect. I think we just search a Reed Bear, because if we get hit with Droll on resolution, we still have a Reed Bear, right? So then if they try to go Droll, we can chain Divine Mirror. Summon out Nekroz here. But see, there's just a world where you could potentially cut down, and you could possibly, I'm gonna look at the list on Omega right now. You could potentially, like, you could arguably get away with Amelia at 2, right? So you could potentially cut all the Dogmatica stuff. You could cut minus Maximus, so you cut 2, cut down an Amelia to 2. There's 3 cards. You put in 3 more cards, so then you could play 3 Fua, 3 Ash, 3 Imperm, and then 3 Droll. So like you could play a big hand trap lineup, but that's just where testing is going to have to come into play. But like if Amelia goes, so it's like right here. Okay, so do I use a Rebear? I have Divine Mirror here, so I think I can go a Rebear, Tribute. Yeah, and you're not guaranteed on the dice roll, but it's just also considering, like, you're looking here, Fleur-de-Lis ain't doing nothing in my hand, right? So, like, I guess worst case, it can be Tribute fodder moving if something happens. But, I mean, still, I don't know how I feel about... So then, essentially, you could take out... You could still... Okay, so, like, the same instance, you could still cut the Fleur-de-Lis, the Ecclesia, cut Amelia to 2, and then you can put in 3 more board breakers in the sense of it being... I don't know what would it be? Super Poly, right? Super Poly could be another good board breaker. Actually, I'm happy you said that, because I was thinking on running Phantasme as a good option, but I just don't know, like, side deck is a work in art here real quick. So I'm just going to quickly, we'll go back to, like, working through this in a second. I'll go back to gaming real quick. So I think Lancia needs to be in here to address Malice, but I also struggle against Mitsurugi, and I think that this is the best card I could play to go against Mitsurugi. It's just a solid going first card. It gives me something to side in. Aside from, like, you know, the other board breakers. But then, like, Prohibition, we literally lose to Droll. Like, every time Droll resolved against us, we lost. So I argue and say that this right here needs to be in here. So I guess technically if I want to fit in Phantasme, I could potentially put in Perilia, because essentially they do the same thing, right? In a way. It would do like this in a way as well. I just think that for my mat, for Droll existing, for Mitsurugi, which is arguably the hardest matchup because they don't go in the extra deck, and Malice, these 3 cards, these 9 cards should stay. I think Droll's just, you feel bad not having Droll, right? So you want to keep Droll to be able to, like, have the option put in, because Droll just Droll can cook all those other good decks too. So I guess if I want to put in Phantasme, Pearly would be the way to do it. Anyway. So go here. So then do I so let's see here. Do I actually have this? I think I just tribute and send normal this. So this was normal. So then I send... I think maybe I just send Kaleidoscope. Send Kaleidoscope. Effect of the Great Sorcerer. Add this. Then we'll go Prep. Prep. We'll add this and add Brio. Activate Kaleidoscope, sending this. Summon out Brio. Affected this to search. A ritual. Add Unicore. Do I add, maybe add Metaltron? Hang on. Okay, so let's add Metaltron here. Let's just try it here. Add Metaltron. Effect of this, tribute this for Metaltron. Banish this. And this for cycle. Grab the cycle wherever it's at. There it is. Did I use Brio already? No, I didn't use Brio. Use Brio's effect. Discard, search Shuret. And then we can cycle the Shuret. So I'm back out Rebear. Effect to Shuret. We can grab ourselves Trishula, I guess. Yeah, Trish. Or Valk. Oh yeah, we have to grab Trish because we used to use Shuret. Yeah, Shuret grabs Warrior. Grab Trishula. Yep. To play around each deck, but each deck, but I mean, I guess like Mitsurugi does. I assume that what you're trying to say is play Nimito. I imagine you're trying to say Alistair Mitsurugi, so I assume that's why you play, because Mitsurugi can do a lot of stuff in the standby phase. So it doesn't lose as hard to draw, but it just can lose to draw just the same. Both engines are susceptible. The only thing that keeps Mitsurugi going is literally the fact that Prayers is a quick play spell. Do you guys, off subject, just to talk about that, do you guys think that they'll touch, that they might touch Mitsurugi? I don't know. Someone brought it up in a call one night. They asked if they were like, do you think that deck deserves to be hit? I don't know. I don't know. I think that Konami just poorly designs cards, but because I don't want it's the first time we've had a ritual deck in a long time, TCG exclusive ritual deck that's been like good. So like I don't want to see Konami hit it. Like I kind of wish they would have restricted the cards a little bit more so the deck could just kind of like exist and not be like used in everything. But yeah, it's definitely hard to say with it being a TCG exclusive. I don't know if they'd actually touch it or not. But I know like they don't like, well, see, man, that's everyone's like argument is the list after, but the power creep in the game is so real that I could see like the deck not being relevant next format, which is an argument to not hit it this format. Like if it's going to be irrelevant the next format, might as well just leave it alone, right? Honestly, like what do you even hit? Like this next list, right? So like do you maybe smack Ryziel again? No. Do you smack Malice again? I mean, like the general theme, like the deck that's like in every deck is like Mitsurugi. Mitsurugi Ryziel is literally the best, right? So like something's got to go, and I wonder what their option would be. You think Prayers? You think they might they could touch Prayers? Prayers is like I think the one that is like the most crazy. I just said it too. Like Prayers is literally a godsend. It's one of the best cards for sure. Prayers the one maybe. Because they got it, like, the ban list is getting ready to come out, and you can't, like, justify, like, if you look at representation, I'm pretty sure, isn't it, like, Malice Mitsurugi? Like, if we were to go have a Kyrie enriched to 1, Malice maybe getting hit harder. Maybe, man. Let's see. 1 second. I want to pull up, I think it's YGO Pro Dex, right? That's the one that shows the... Let's head over here real quick, and I'll take a look. Well, that ain't doing me nothing. My bad, guys. It just shows that, okay. Okay. Go here. Because I know this place gives me... Yeah, so let's go over here to the gaming. So if we look here, we have, like, literally the top 3 decks right here is literally Mitsurugi and Malice. And then you have, like, Blue Eyes, Memento, Ryzeal, Crystron, Mermail, White Force, blah, you know, all these straight down here. But the issue is that there's such a huge difference between the Malice and Mitsurugi than there's the Blue Eyes. Like, if we click here... So, like, it's scary. Like, I do think that... It's assuming we get a ban list in a reasonable time, too. You know what I mean? Even before they play 2 Ritual. Yeah, I don't think the Ritual is the correct call. I think you probably, like you said, hit Prayers and or the Habakiri. But Habakiri is a once per duel effect, right? So it's like... I don't know. I don't know if that deck will ever be touched, either. We could just be, you know, speculating the deck go untouched. Shuffle up here. I'll do one more test hand for the video before we end it here. Okay, so let's see here. Emilia, Brionac. So the best 2-card combo right there. Metaltron, Prep, and Ecclesia. Which if it wasn't Ecclesia, it would be drawn advanced, so it's not too terrible here. I mean, this is like the best 2-card combo in the game. And not in the game, but the 2-card combo this deck has right now is right here. I think. I don't know, unless someone's broken it even more. So pitch this to search, right? Search for our good old Great Sorcerer. Then if we get drolled here, we at least can special this out. Normal make Baguska, right? So we do have lines, I guess, a plan B Baguska line through it. Effect to search. Go here. Reed Bear. Tribute. Tribute. Descend. Advance and... Kaleidoscope. Effect of the Great Sorcerer. We add ourselves Unicore. Pitch Unicore. Add back Advance. Kaleidoscope effect. Banish itself in a Reed Bear. Search for Mirror. Normal summon effect. This is kind of cool that, like, you know, potentially if they was holding, like, effect failure imperm for advance, we could divide mirror. If they do, sadly, if they do divide, like, throw Ash at this, I still think we're okay. So now Sure It. Divine Mirror. Tribute to summon. Effect of this to search out Clausulus. Use Clausulus to search for Cycle. Divine Mirror effect to banish it, and Unicore. Search for Divine Mirror. Yeah, they could potentially do something like that. I just kind of wish Konami would, like, stop printing decks that are, like... I understand having some genericness to them, but they just need to stop printing decks that just literally have so much generic. I've literally played against Mitsurugi Malice. And Malice does lock Unicyverse and stuff like that, but, like, you're able to do all this Mitsurugi. The Mitsurugi stuff doesn't lock you, so you're able to do stuff. Then we can go here. Cycle, tribute this. I just wish they would stop printing such generic stuff and kind of, like, maybe not make it super, like, xenophobic to where you have to play, like, cards in certain, you know what I mean? But, like, give it just enough to where, like, you just, not every deck is splashing like Mitsurugi. Not every deck, like, before Mitsurugi was being splashed and everything due to its Fiendsmiths, you know, because there was no restrictions. So I just wish, like, Konami would potentially do something like that. Since we already opened the Metaltron here, we're going to be able to send this and then search out Trishula. Or maybe I just need to get better at picking decks instead of liking decks that do have restrictions on them. I just need to start broadening my horizons. Alright, go here, and then we can go here for sure it. Summon this. And then we can actually just finish off our turn by going prep. Search for Brio here. And then add back a cycle, I guess. Then our end board is this right here. Dude, Ashen is such a letdown. I'm a huge Souls fan. I play Night Rain. I'm addicted to Night Rain. I've played Elden Ring. I've played Dark Souls. And then for them to just literally just scuff it is just so upsetting. Like they had such a fan base behind that archetype. They had literally chosen one of the best options to play the deck, and they just really scuffed it. You're absolutely right. They don't have any restrictions. You could actually 100% do it. Ryziel could be put into it. There's actually a Ryziel list because I think you can use X dump Toad to add back stuff. So there's definitely Ryziel Mitsurugi or Ryziel Nekroz is definitely there. Same with Fiendsmith. But yeah, exactly you're saying oh, they have no restrictions. Nothing locks us into anything. The only thing that's kind of restrictive is Unicorn being a floodgate on our side, so it stops us from playing crazy extra deck stuff. So that's probably the only restriction is Unicorn restricting both of us, so it's a restriction to us both. But yeah, you could definitely do that. But it's just not needed in my opinion. I think the Dogmatica stuff blend the two engines together. I just wish that the Necroz stuff could blend into the Dogmatica stuff. But sadly, I mean, technically it could, right? Technically, if you were playing the Dogmatica rituals, and if they actually did something, imagine if one of the Dogmatica rituals could be discard, search Nadir. So you go Unicorn, Herald, search the Dogmatica pitch, search Nadir. That'd be kind of crazy. Get back stuff and Trish your opponent on their turn. Backed with Deado and Cross. Yeah, dude. I've seen the stuff. I've seen the plays and stuff like that. It's insane. It's insane. But again, if you're gonna play Ryziel and you're gonna try and play it, you might as well just play it in the best ritual deck, which is Mitsurugi. Play Mitsurugi Ryziel, right? But I guess at the same time, if you're just trying to just have fun, just do it. Yeah, that'd be crazy. Maybe one day Dogmatica will get support like that, or maybe it'll be the ritual, reveal Dogmatica ritual, search Nadir, or something stupid like that, Lock you from the extra deck. And I guess it's something thematically, too, that the Dogmatica stuff has going for it, along with the Unicorn. All these cards are, anti-extra deck stuff, right? And so is, the Nadir stuff and Dogmatica stuff is, anti-extra deck. So it does fit thematically, too. I just don't know how I feel. This card sitting in my hand could have been something different. It could have been, I just need to play... I want to play board breakers. I kind of want to fit, a middle ground of playing, something settable. Or, even if this card right here was Ultimate Slayer, if this card right here was, Salesman, it's not doing anything, but if it was, Imperm, at least I could sit an Imperm, and it's something that I could potentially see. Imperm's that really good hand trap that falls in line of both going second and going first. So, maybe you do play Imperm, and you can, squeeze down the list to play it. It's just, I don't know how I feel about the potential at, possibly cutting Amelia to 2. Because Amelia's, based water ritual slimy. Hey, man, Mitsurugi's cool, man. All of them are named after, literally the swords of, Chinese gods or something like that. They put some respect on them. Their design is cool. No cap, how cool to be. Nekroz of Mitsurugi. How wild would that be? Just take his armor. Somehow blend the lores together. How crazy would that be? Thrust does feel pretty good. Maybe you do play it. Maybe you just play Thrust. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Slim. Imperm doesn't, but Imperm paired off with another board breaker could potentially do something, So that's what I was trying to think of. In the sense of if I'm trying to have something, at least something that I could use. It just sucks that they made Metaltron Light. They had no business making Metaltron Light. Because if they didn't make Metaltron Light, you also could maybe arguably not play your Dogmatica stuff, and then you could use Impulse too. Exactly. Ame no Necroz. That'd be kind of wild. But they decided to make Metaltron literally light, and it just makes no sense to do that. Even from a lore perspective, taking on the armor of Metaltron, no, literally, they've not taken on any of the attributes. They've always been water. Because if Mellotron was water, I would kind of maybe consider playing Impulse and maybe finding something different than the Dogmatica stuff, but... Dude, with all the dual terminal lore, you're darn right. It'd be pretty sweet. Prep. Kaleidoscope. Pretty sweet here. I mean, we kind of, again, this hand just gets, you know, we just kind of lose to Droll. But I mean, that's like the thing. That's the silver bullet of this deck is literally Droll. I cannot wait. Maybe one day Droll will fall out of being main deck and they'll be side decked. But yeah, Mellotron, they're like, yeah. Oh. And a Rebear's like the strongest one out of them all. Like a Rebear like has the highest attack, highest defense. And you'd think like, oh, that would change, you know, him having the strongest monster would do the ritual to take on the armor and stuff like that. That would change his attribute. No, Mellotron does it. Like, what the heck? Yeah, this, again, most of these hands are like very playable. Like, it's just a ritual deck too, so you got to note that sometimes when we draw the one of rituals, it does suck. But I mean, like, we do have ability to play and stuff. They can't ash us twice, you know what I mean? So like, by just resolving Dear Servant, if they Droll us, rip. Rip. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It really is it is the silver bullet for every ritual deck. It's just Mitsurugi has prayers to be able to play around it better. But like, even if you remember, I think Voiceless Voice, they were like still good, but Droll really did kind of hurt them quite a bit too. Activate this. We could send Garura. Search Maximus. We get to draw a card. Draw. Another Nadir Servant. Okay, alright. Sometimes I like to just lead with the Dogmatica stuff, because this stuff like requires... Like, if they're not going to hit this with hand traps, they're not going to hit you with anything else. Go effect. Send this and this, I feel like. Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. We get to search for Brio. Or do we search a Rebear? No, let's search Brio. Let's search Brio. Play it smart. Shuffle it up here, and we get a draw, so we can put back this Nadir Servant, or put back one of the rituals. But then, exactly, dude, exactly. That's how it goes. Draw one, put back one. So this right here would be a board breaker in a sense. So in that case, I just put this back because you can hold Nadir for the following turn. I feel like we go Brio into advance. Normal advance effect, summon out. Effect of this, we can search out our... a Rebear. A Rebear pitch to that, for that to go ahead and send this. Banish to go ahead and add ourselves. Cycle. We already have Cycle. Okay, so actually, hold up. We got to search out another ritual spell. So Mirror. Normal old Mirror. And then we can go Mirror. See, I do really believe in playing, even though I didn't send... Arguably, I shouldn't have sent the Tri-Brigade, right? Maybe it should have been Titaniclad. Maybe that should have been the way. We drew, and I know that does kind of matter, but you send Titaniclad instead. It's in Titaniclad. Do this, tribute this. Summon back this. Effect of this to add back Divine Mirror. We can go Prep. Search for Unicore. Add back this. Where you just accumulate so much. The Azamina stuff? Ooh, okay. That does sound pretty crazy. Okay. Then we can just go ahead and go Kaleidoscope. Send that. Summon out Unicore. Effective Mirror. Search out Mellotron. And see, this is where one of those hands, where if you wanted to summon out Metaltron, you could tribute this with the mirror, and then, like, in phase, Ecclesia gets summoned. Because I gotta somehow banish cards that equal the level, and I don't have any cards that equal the level. So then I'd have to Divine Mirror here. Tributing this and the Molchummy in my hand. Tribute this and the Molchummy. Summon this. And then literally in phase. See, I hate this stuff, man, because I was literally I just in my mind was okay with cutting out Ecclesia. I was like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll just cut it out. But then, like, this literally happens. Summon during the end phase. Effect of this, add Fleur-de-Lis. Did you guys see that? 3 Imperms just hanging out there together. And then you have Crazy Follow-Up again. Because at least now I can Nadir Servant add back the Maximus. So yeah, see, I have this happen to me. This happens, like, more times than not. Every time I get just okay with, like, yeah, I can just cut the Ecclesia out. No big deal. This comes up to where it's like, oh, I can literally utilize Ecclesia. Crazy, man. Just crazy. Crazy. And Fleur-de-Lis live to be able to summon. So, like, literally, this board literally consists of 1, 2, 3, plus a Omni, or plus a skill drain. Whereas before, like, if I wasn't playing Ecclesia, it just would have been 1, 2, and then Fleur-de-Lis. Wild, man. Just straight up wild to me. Alright, chat. One more test hand, and we'll call it good. Got some plans to do today. But yeah, so we're kind of in the agreement, right? Board breakers. No hand traps, board breakers. So, like, Ultimate Slayer. Is Salesman really worth... I feel like... So, Salesman, in my, like, theory, is for it to go first or second. It's good, but is it really... Is there, like, another board breaker that's better that we could play than Salesman? Because, remember, I'm trying to beat Droll. Because, like I said, most of these times, as you guys can see, when I happen to open... Well, see, when I open Salesman, my hand loses to 1 hand trap, so Call and Droll doesn't do anything. But when I don't open it, my hand can play through multiple hand traps, so it's just like one of those variances or whatnot. Let's see here. Do a quick cut. And there we go. The next hand, we'll see Unicorn, Nadir, Prep, Brio, and potentially Salesman. Which, this hand, for once, if we trade them out, this hand does not lose to Droll. This hand loses to Droll, but doesn't lose to, like, Ash, right? So we can go Salesman, call Droll. Then we can go here. See, I don't know. Maybe it's hold. I think you hold Nadir Servant per. Maybe we fire off Prep to search out. Prep to search out Clausulus. Clausulus search out Kaleidoscope. Activate effect. Send Herald. Summon this. Effect of this to go ahead and search me out. I feel like we search a Reed Bear here because we need access to a Reed Bear. Search a Reed Bear. Okay. Breenac effect. Do we just search out... We haven't normal summoned yet, so we keep that in mind. I think we search out the Grand... Search out Grand Sorcerer? Yeah, search out Grand Sorcerer. Effect, pitch these to send. Do we send? I feel like we send... Sin Grand Sorcerer. This dumps Mirror, or this either dumps Advance. I feel like it dumps Advance. We have to dump Advance here because I think Amelia can search out. Then we add a second copy of Brio. Or a second copy of Unicore. Pitch. Tad back. Normal. Effect to summon out Amelia. Amelia effect. Search for cycle. Activate cycle. Tribute here to summon out a Rebear. So there we go. Then go to Servant. Singarura. Search Maximus. Search the Maximus. Shuffle it up here because we'll get a draw. Draw us a card. Draw Prep. Okay, that's pretty darn good. We'll go Prep. Search out Clauseless. Oh, we already... Oh, no. Okay, we already used Clauseless. Okay, so that means we have to add Brio, I think. Yeah, we got to add Brio back. And then we'll add back our... Mirror. Shuffle it up here. Maximus by banishing our Herald. Summon itself out. Then effect we can send. So like we can send these two, I think. Because let's see here. We can send that. That'll search us out. Ritual spell. Already exhausted Clauseless. Clauseless, right? Yeah, Clauseless is in there, so I can't get access to that. Or is it, do we send... Yeah, we get more disruption out of it this way if we send these two. Effect. We grab ourselves. Is it grab Trisha or is it grab Valk? Yeah, it's whatever. Then grab that. And then in phase, add Fleur-de-Lis. So, we have Rebear, Fleur-de-Lis, ability to protect Unicorn from being hit with Imperm. I mean, so the other option, right, is we don't add Fleur-de-Lis. We search out... Do we search out Trish? Is that the call? We search Trish? So if we're doing the other route where we don't dump Titanica, we dump Fergie, right? It's all up to draw and whatnot. I think we'll just keep it, man. This is just... It's just better this way. We get more forms of disruption this way. The draw is not guaranteed, so we'll lose out on possibly that. So this is like the best inboard in this hand, I believe we got to. And then we have the ability to, you know, Rebear, tribute this to negate. Fleur-de-Lis touches down. Yeah, we're sitting pretty good, I think. 3 cards in hand. If they out everything, we can start searching stuff. So, yeah. All right, chat. Well, that's it for this video, this stream. So, the deck profile for this list will be popping up tomorrow, hopefully. So, stay tuned for that. And, yeah, you guys stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you for joining the stream, guys. If you guys join the Discord, all that fine stuff, I'm going to keep trying to master this deck and get better at it. So, yeah, you guys have a good day.